Hello, universe. Happy Final Fantasy Friday to you today. We are going to be starting Final Fantasy II. I am a little bit late to start the stream. It's going to be a shorter stream today. I know. What's new? There's some stuff going on. Hopefully everything just loads just fine. Everything looks good. So we're going to assume everything just is good. Manifest good, as it were. Hey T, nice to see you in YouTube chat. Cool. So, options are probably fine. We can adjust audio as we need to. So we have Firion, Maria, Guy, Leon. Being that they have names already, I'm not going to change them. If we play a Final Fantasy that does not have names, we will take time to name them, but otherwise we're not going to name them. It's like they have names already, so I don't want to scuff them up. Alright, cool. So I guess let's begin. Let's also not leave the mouse on the screen. I know nothing about FF2 basically at all. I knew a little bit about FF1, but not much. A long-lived peace. Oh, this is a very cute graphical style for this. It's a little bit different from ones, not dramatically. A little bit. Is that an end? Uh-oh. Oh man, I get like such a joy out of seeing the cool pixel art. Elemental stuff, I guess is the right word. The Emperor of Palamecia has called forth monsters, has begun his campaign for world conquest. They are ripping this text out. My little peanut brain's not keeping up. A rebel army arose in the kingdom of Fynn to thwart something. But the rebels' castle fell to an all-out assault by the Empire. Holy cow, they expect you to be like a speed reader. I'm rocking 3rd grade level right now. They're looking for 5th. Hey Lucario Zealot, I am done with FF1 already. Have fun on FF2, I appreciate it. Oh, I wanted to ask you, I didn't get to watch the VOD yet. Left with little choice, thought the rebels withdrew from the castle. I saw you were starting something new. I don't remember what it was called. It was like, it was Pokemon something. I don't remember the name. 4 youths from Fynn also found themselves fleeing from the Imperial forces. They have lost their parents at the hands of the Empire. Wow, they need you to read fast, but their escape wasn't over. Yeah, what were you doing? I want to check out the VOD for it. I'm not familiar with the game name that you were streaming. Oh, we immediately get combat? Ah, it's so cool. Xenoverse, interesting. I hadn't heard of it before. What's it like? We need to change a few settings, but we'll be fine for this. So we have Firion, Maria, Guy, and Leon. I mean, all we can do is attack, right? Perhaps we should be fleeing? We should be fleeing. I probably should have put together the big scary horsemen. We're going to be a little stronger than us. Will he live? He will. I sense a strong life force within him. He should regain consciousness soon. We found him like this on the escape from Fynn, fallen from terrible wounds. By the time we brought him here, I feared it was already too late. His life is not in danger. The sigil will strengthen his life force. We should let him rest for now. Of course. We'd best be off to the meeting. I imagine they're already waiting for us. The Empire is allowed to complete the dreadnought they're building in Bafsk. I thought I was going to say base, but it says in Bafsk. Their attack will begin in earnest. We cannot sit idly by and watch. We must act. I'm a little bigger than I want to be. Let me fix that. That's better. I don't want to take up the entire screen. Where am I? Leon. Maria. Guy. Where are you? So far in Dynasty and there's X Pokemon, I'm guessing from the Xenoverse, that's all I know about it. Interesting. I'd never heard of it. I'll have to check out your VOD. I am interested in trying to cut some of it. Furion, you're live. I thought you'd... I'm fine, Maria. You seem alright too, Guy, but... Wait, where's Leon? Princess of Fynn saved us, but Leon is not here. I see. Don't worry, I'm sure he's okay. There's so much more plot in this than one already by like a pretty tremendous standard. Not to say like one was bad or anything, but they clearly like leaned into the story aspect a lot more. So you've regained your strength very good. Your life force is strong indeed. It was you who saved us, wasn't it? Thank you. Forgive me, your highness, but there's something I must ask of you. Please let us join the rebel army. I could never allow such a thing. You know nothing of battle. You would only be throwing your lives away. You should return to your homes. But we have no homes, not anymore. The Imperials attacked and our parents... I'm truly sorry, but that changes nothing. I cannot permit you to join our army. If you have nowhere else to go, you're welcome to stay here in Altair. If you know our password, you should be able to live here well enough. The password is Wild Rose. Remember it well. Weird, alright. We've learned Wild Rose. Wild Rose is the insignia of the Kingdom of Fynn. Represents our hope for a flourishing future of strength and beauty. What will become of Fynn now? I've heard that the Empire's captives suffer there in confinement even as we speak. Maria, your brother Leon is missing, is he not? It's possible he's being held in Fynn as well, but Fynn is far too dangerous to travel to now. The Emperor's beasts still stalk the streets. Getting entrance to the city will not be easy. My man at my right is Minwu, a white wizard who will tend to your wounds. Speak to him before you leave. He may be of some assistance. This is, like, fascinating. Very cool. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to change some settings because this is, like, completely different than I was doing before. I physically can't close it. There's no... Oh, okay, my right stick is apparently my pause menu to close it. Oh, their portraits are really cool. Alright, my controller does not like this game, so let's quickly fix that. That sounds good. I'm concerned about the other settings. This looks fine now. Okay, never mind. I was panicking over nothing. Ran into some loading issues. I guess other people had. I think I fixed it. That's always good. That's always a pain when issues pop up with ROM hacks and whatnot. Okay, cool. Now we're good. I see your destiny clearly. The future it holds seems closely entwined with my own. Interesting that the characters seem to have their own unique boxes around their names. You'll begin by journeying to Fynn as the first step towards realizing your fate. Can I learn anything from you? No key terms. Great. You've wasted no time using the password. Heed well the information it brings you. You can learn much value by listening. I offer you one more bit of advice before you depart from Fynn. Those who have fallen in battle can be revived at a sanctuary. Should one of you fall before you reach Fynn, go without hesitation to the nearest sanctuary. Alright, cool. I gotta lower the audio a little bit too. I know, I should have done this ahead of time, but I don't know, I just like getting into it. Default speed, let's have run. Curse memory, we can leave it off. Lower the master volume just a little bit. I don't want to completely get rid of the game, but my ears are kind of turning into mush right now. Nah, I don't mind the scan lines, but they look kind of strange on a monitor like this versus a proper CRT. I wonder if this was made by the exact same people that made the first one. It feels a little different, but very similar. Alright, sweet. The port of Paloom lies not far east of here, but a lake separates us. You won't be able to reach the town without a canoe. I know I said I was fine, but it's still a little bit loud. That's a lot better. Heading to Fynn, are you? It's not my place to tell you what to do, but I'd reconsider if I were you. It's a dangerous place to be, you see. The city's crawling with the Empire's monsters. To the north lies a small village called Gatria. Judging by the look of you, you'd be lucky to make it that far. So there's a village to the north. Before you go anywhere, I suggest you visit the room with the sigil that saved your life. You find two people can teach you a thing or two about venturing. I think you need all the advice that they can spare. What did you say? There's something that leads to the port of Paloon, but we need a canoe, so we can't go to the Paloon yet. To our north is another town. The Rebel Army's war room. Does the Rebel Army refer to themselves as the Rebel Army? I guess they must. Alright, so this is the room. Oh, it's got our 10 sages. So I'll tell you about chests? Sure. I'm like, Gil, that's fine. It's probably simple enough. Said that there are monsters sometimes. Many types of monsters vulnerable to certain types of attacks. Aquatic with lightning, cool. So nothing too crazy. Guys, you can monster or fire and a monster made out of flame will heal it instead of doing damage, right? We'll have to be careful with that, but that makes sense. They have MP scaling in this game. But they backfire against undead. I know about the fleet command, but we'll do it anyways. Might as well learn. Yeah, can we use 2 weapons? 7 weapon types here. Sword, spears. I know in Final Fantasy 3 you can start equipping weapons in both hands. I don't know if you can do it here. Sword, spears, axes, staves, knives, bows, and unarmed. Swords, spears, axes, staves, and knives are one-handed weapons that can be equipped with a shield. It's also equipped to 2 one-handed weapons. Cool, that's what I was hoping for. Equipping a bow requires 2 free hands, but allows you to attack with the same damaging force from the rear. Okay, so there's rows now too. Very interesting. Fighting unarmed is another splendid choice. Can be as powerful as any weapon. Unfortunately, equipping a shield cuts an unarmed combatant's attack power in half. You just want to skip shields. Good to know. Sure, you can develop the attributes and abilities displayed on the status menu by fighting battles. Attributes such as strength and magic will change according to the actions you take in battle. If a character attacks, his or her strength and weapon skill may improve. Oh, interesting. Similarly, if a character uses magic, his or her spirit, intellect, and magic level may improve. Very strange. So is there not traditional level ups? Yeah, hit me with the attributes. HP is health. MP is spent on spells. Strength is damage. Stamina is... Oh, it goes up if they lose HP. Weird. Spirit is using white magic. Agility is battling while your evasion is high. Intellect is black magic. Very, very strange. Character's MP drops during battle. His or her magic level will rise. As strength rises, so will accuracy. Equipping better weapons will also improve accuracy. Being attacked by foes will raise evasion. Very, very weird. Okay, that's strange. Tell me about skill levels. Weapon skills and magic skill levels. There's more. Weapon skill levels are divided by weapon skills such as sword and axes. Similarly, magic skill is divided by spell. So Cure and Fire have their own skill level. Attacking with given one improves the corresponding level. As skill levels rise, your attacks will improve with those types of weapons. It's similar in energy to FF3. Casting a spell improves the corresponding magic skill. Spells will become more powerful in effect. So the Fire, Fira, Firaga, I assume. Armor. Shields are in the offhand. Since wearing a shield only requires one hand, you can also equip another weapon with it. Should you choose, you can equip 2 shields to make you attack empty-handed. Helms are equipped on the head. Always have good armor. Makes sense. Can I interest you in a lesson on magic? Sure, what's up? There are 2 schools of magic, black and white. White is healing and support. Cure restores lost HP, and life revives someone. Black is offensive spells, ice damage, lightning damage, so on. They can learn... Oh, interesting. So no one's a white mage or a black mage in here. They can just be whatever. But they can only learn 16 spells. You can just forget to forget one. Forget spells can be learned again, but when they are learned, they reset to 1. I didn't figure out at all in FF1, but might be useful here if we have some things that get outclassed. Formation gets you to go to the front or rear. Characters in the front connect using any weapon. Rear only do half damage unless it's with bows or magic, but receive half damage as well. Cool. Tell me about key terms. In course of conversation with someone, particularly important word may come up. When that happens, 3 commands will be ask, learn, and key items. Learn to commit the key term to memory, then you can ask people about the key term you've learned. Keep in mind that only certain words will be learned this way. To select someone, to show someone items from your inventory, click key items. When you learn new words or find rare items, you should ask people about the words or show the items you found. Very interesting, very different from FF1. Give me just one moment. I always accidentally break my YouTube chat. I know I blame YouTube chat a lot for it, but sometimes the blame falls on me as much as I really would prefer not to admit it. Alright, so we have our map here. It looks like there's a treasure chest down there. You're in the rebel hideout town, in the town of Altair. Gordon, the Prince of Kashuan, is hiding out here in Altair. I don't know what happened. Something's made him lose faith in himself. I mean, everything's kind of going to crap, right? So I wouldn't be too surprised if people losing faith themselves. Can we just rest here for the sake of resting here? I guess we can get into a bed, which is kind of like resting. Are you the dancer that says things? No. Princess Hilda fled here when Finn was sacked. She's doing a remarkable job of leading the rebel army while His Majesty recovered. Guess there's nothing in the room underneath you. You're kind of ledge guarding the crap out of it, so we'll leave you there. Oh, this must be the king. An arrow struck me in the back during the battle, leaving me in the state. Perhaps I really have grown old. Buddy, you got hit by an arrow. Like, I hate to say it, but regardless of your age, that's gonna suck. My daughter Hilda now serves as regent. You should speak with her. This is the king's bedchamber. His Majesty was grievously wounded in the flight from Flynn. He's been resting here for some time now. This is the king's bedchamber. Alright, you both say the exact same thing. Something peculiar is that my directional pad buttons don't work for movement in this game. Not that it's the end of the world, but I kind of like using the D-pad. Doesn't look like there's anything else we can do here. Oh wait, where's the off-ramp then? Oh, okay, she was blocking the way out. She was making sure I talked to a few other people first. Doesn't look like there's much to examine either. No jars. The well's not telling us that we look filthy. This is the town of Altair. The Imperial forces haven't been deployed out this far yet. I suppose it's only a matter of time, though. I'm Paul, the greatest thief in the world. They've yet to invent the loot I can't burgle or steal. The Imperial coffers have kept my purse fat with Gil lately. I never steal from the rebels. You can be sure of that. My home was in Finn too. I can't even go home now that the Empire's occupied the city. Alright, so Wild Rose is the keyword. My name is Gordon. I was once the Prince of Kashuan. Now I'm nothing but a coward. When my brother Scott fell in battle, I abandoned my kingdom and fled here. So you've asked to take up in arms into the struggle. I'm so afraid that Hilda will turn me away that I haven't even asked her. I've been stalling here. I'm just a spineless coward. Go ahead though, laugh. I deserve it. No, I don't want to laugh. It's okay, buddy. Like, you've been through stuff. Chill. Don't be so hard on yourself. Cross removes curses. Interesting. Mallet cures amnesia. Maiden's Kiss cures the toad status. And Gold Needle cures stone. Interesting they split it into different shops this time instead of like having one person that sells all of them. Phoenix Down, Ether Cottage, and Elixir. Oh, I'm surprised they sell elixirs as well. I don't think we saw any elixirs in FF1. Maybe we did, I just don't remember it though. Do we have a lot of dosh right now? 400 gil? I wouldn't call that a lot of dosh. Like maybe like a snacking amount of dosh. I could buy bucklers for people, but I think we're probably going to go more offensive first. We have no hats literally at all. What is magic interference? My guess is that magic interference makes it so that our... Okay, it's one of two things. One, our magic is worse when we have it equipped. Two, it disrupts magic damage. But on the other hand, we have magic defense on caps. So I'm guessing because it's so high in the shield, magic interference means that we do magic less accurately, maybe do less damage with it. They probably explained it and I missed it like a dum-dum. I will grab a cap for everyone for now. A little bit expensive, but everyone can use one. It's a little bit of stats. I love dual wielding weapons in Final Fantasy III. So if we can ever do it, we should. Do these characters have any proficiencies? I haven't really looked at them at all. Okay, so Firion is our like blank slate. You can do whatever with them. Everyone's magic is low. Maria has high intellect, low strength, and Guy has really high strength. Ooh, very, very low attack on Maria as well. What do we have equipped? Can we check that as well? Let's do that really quick. Broadsword, bow, axe. Okay, so you're currently an archer on the back line. That's probably fine as is. You have an axe. If we could put... Oh, interesting. That's a favored hand. If we can give you a second weapon, that'd probably be good, but we also might just find weapons on the go. I have 2 broadswords in stock. That's a surprise. I wonder if it's because you have the option to give a second one to Firion if you want. Can we instead put it here? We certainly can. Cool. I guess you get the option if you want to have Guy have an axe or a broadsword or a shield in the offhand. And I assume that because Maria's on the right side of the thing, that shows that she's positioned backwards perfectly. Awesome. Cool. Simple enough. Oh, white magic probably would be a good idea, though. Not being able to picture party members is a very large contrast. So we have tomes now, which will teach the things instead of just getting it straight up. Definitely want to grab Cure. So is the tome like a one-time consume thing? Now I'm curious about it. Let's grab Thunder as well. That'll use up all of our money. So if I have one, Cure Tome, it does consume it. All right, so I think I'm gonna give Firion, Thunder, and Maria Cure simply because I don't want to spread it too thin. Oh, interesting. We have MP now, right? Instead of having like amount of casts per level, it's just flat MP. I think that also changes in FF3. Very strange, very peculiar. The map is really cool looking this time around. Although this doesn't align with what I would expect for a round map, because last time our round map was like, it was very obvious where things connected. Oh no, it is obvious, it is obvious. I can see it now. Kind of, except the bottom right. No, the bottom right connects up there, cool. Alright, we have a round map again. So we were told that we can go, I think it was to the north was a town. We can't get to the east spot because it requires a... Okay, we're dead. Because it requires a canoe. Oh, I really like the battle music from this one. This is really good. I think we're just built different. I didn't realize we'd be so high in evasion. So question, with Thunder, can we do like... We can do a select all with Thunder. Cool. I was wondering if that's how it'd be. That's how it is, I think, in Final Fantasy 3. Okay, no one can hit anyone, turns out. Okay, we have the same button for speeding it up. So I'm thinking there's probably no downside. Like, having 10 mana is actually crazy thinking about it. Like, you can do so much. And that must be our proficiency up. So that's the weapons. Weird. Firion gained 5 MP? This is so bizarre. Wait, level 1 can cast an all? I thought it was only once you get to level 5. Never tried doing it in hindsight, but dang. No, I mean, like, I only tried it because this feels more like Final Fantasy 3 than it does 1 to me so far. So I figured it was worth trying. I think I tried it 1 too. Don't worry about it, T. Very weird. This is bizarre. Like, I'm shocked that we got 5 MP. Hey, Del, nice to see ya. Like, that's a lot of extra MP. But is this game Final Fantasy 2? I guess I'll just keep, like, spending a bunch, right? Actually, was there a way to heal up in that first town? Maybe there wasn't. So we got sword and axe leveled up, so the characters themselves don't level. Firion's getting so much MP, that's actually crazy. The evasions are going up too, because the shield? This is so bizarre, I'm really not used to this. What are you supposed to do? I guess take back your town that was taken. Is it an emulator? Nope. Well, I mean, I guess, I don't know. It's on Steam. It's an old game, though. Okay, so Javelin with a bunch of magic interference. Maybe we should take the shield off of Firion. Actually, let's go do that. Let's test really quickly. Let's take the shield off Firion and see if our magic damage goes up, because we're hitting like 4 to 6. Maybe if we remove the buckler, it'll result in way more. I really need to figure out what magic interference does before I commit too hard to anything. Alright, Guy is poison, which is a real problem. So that was 6-6 instead of 4 and 6, I think, but that wasn't a major difference. Could be a percentage difference. Does poison persist through fights? It doesn't in this game? Alright, that's a lot easier to deal with then. Weird, there's so many like small but significant differences between 1 and 2, apparently. I just can't get over how much MP that we got for doing basically nothing. Having been limited so much on spells in the first game, and going to this where we just like... I can cast Thunder 21 times before going back. That's crazy. This is like the most novel thing of all time to me. I don't know if it should be the most novel thing, but it really is. I wonder if we can get another axe and get Guy to focus really hard on like axes specifically. Was there an axe for sale here? There was. I think I'm going to buy it so that we can focus on just leveling that one particularly quickly. We are out of gil, but like I'm playing around right now. Let's figure it out. Cool. So it's not much better, but I think focusing on the proficiency of 1, especially if we're using 2 weapons, is probably the better idea. Could be things to learn here, so let's talk to a few people while we're here. This is the village of Gatria. Fate is just over there across the lake, see? I don't see, but you perhaps have better vision than I do. Okay, what can I do for you? This is the normal vendors. Maybe we shouldn't spend down all of our gil. I assume we're gonna get a bunch more. The Imperial forces have occupied Castle Finn. The gates are drawn, no one can enter. The Imperial troops and monsters roaming the streets of the city isn't any better off. We need to sneak into Finn. Gatria and Altair haven't fallen into the clutches of the Empire yet, but once the Dreadnought is complete, nothing will be able to stop the Empire. There's a pub on the outskirts of Finn when the Empire invaded. The barkeep didn't make it out in time. They say he's still working there pouring drinks for the Imperials. Very weird. Okay, so that's a sanctuary to revive, I suppose. I wonder if we don't pay for revives anymore. Very peculiar. Very, very interesting. Should I just be like ripping thunders and cures to like level up, I guess? I mean, leveling up bow is probably not a bad idea, but having cure leveled up might be even better. That damage variation is crazy. Between 3 and 9 is nuts. 18, because it's single target. That one makes more sense. Maria got a bow level up. Furion got 7 more MP. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Spells must cost more MP as they're like higher tier. That's gotta be what it is. There's no way that everything costs 1 MP. There's no way these werewolves are that strong, right? We're totally not. Oh my god. There's save data. I thought we were gonna have to restart literally everything. Thank goodness that existed. Holy moly, FF2 doesn't throw punches. What the heck? Holy guacamole. Maybe we should grind a little bit. Why are they so strong? Did I go the wrong way? Maybe I did. Alright, let's just grind a little bit. No, there's no way I went the wrong way, right? They did say that everything's gonna be strong. At the start of Phantasy Star 1, actually a few times in Phantasy Star 1, the game is just like so difficult that you really have to like pull a lot of weight to get to the power level you need to proceed. We did lose a little bit of our grinding. We can gain a little bit. So bizarre. Let's go explore on the world map a little bit more. I don't necessarily want to grind per se. Suddenly these things are throwing ultra hands and I don't know why. The difference in healing is interesting too. 17 on one and then 7 on the other. The numbers are throwing me for a loop. Furion's health went up and stamina went up. Maria didn't get any MP though. This is so weird. I did not expect FF2 to be like this. What else is on this peninsula over here? They could knock out Maria, technically. It's unlikely to happen, but it's not impossible. I guess we'll cure all again. 62312. What is up with the variation of the magic? It's so bizarre. There's no way armor makes it so that you get healed for less. You might just have like really wonky rolls. Thunder leveled up. Cool, so we have Thunder level 2 now. And then Axe leveled up as well. We got some MP. This is so bizarre. Maybe level 2 spells cost 2 MP. That's gonna be my running assumption now. Even then. So can we lower the level a bit? It does take 2 MP. Okay, cool. That makes more sense. This is so weird. Okay, these goblins are actually really strong too. I did not. They're not strong? Oh, okay. Guy's attacks will both go off even if it kills. I was like, wow, that has like 50 health. No, it was just unrelated. Furion gets a bunch of HP, some more magic defense. Maria gets some MP as well. Hope you're doing great, Miko. I appreciate it, Wise Wolf. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're doing great as well. I thought this was the Forbidden Lands with the werewolves. I was very concerned. Okay, so we got like no stats there because the fight ended so quick. I wonder if there's benefit to just like equipping 2 shields and just AFKing in a fight for a long time. I think I just saw an airship whip past us. What the heck was that? Did I hallucinate an airship? I feel like it totally flew past, but that was so peculiar. How would that have happened? FF2 is not real. I don't believe it. Definitely qualifies as the weirdest Final Fantasy I've played so far, other than Final Fantasy Type 0, but we don't talk about Final Fantasy Type 0. Okay. Surely we have some coins. We have tons of gil now. Let's rest up again, and then we'll pop out and try to avoid the werewolves. I think we have to go west from here. They said it was just over the river, but like maybe we weren't supposed to go there yet at all. There was another place we need the canoe. But again, we could theoretically kill the werewolves. I don't know what it'd really get us. Might not be impossible. Because the kingdom is up there, so we have to go around, but everything is so strong. Maybe it's because we went south. Alright, Thunder's already crazy. Leveling up spells is a really unique concept, though. A little bit of HP for them was nice, too, because I don't really want to get one hit. I thought it was going to be werewolves again. It looks like werewolves are just in that one area there. What a particularly strong enemy, though. Let's switch over to start leveling up attack now, so we're not too reliant on magic. Turns out this is a multiplayer game. Another player got the airship before you. Brutal. I shouldn't have lollygagged so much in the first area. It's gonna be tough walking for the rest of the time. Hope we can learn how to swim. I should not go out that way. I've learned that this game has zero chill when you go to explore somewhere. Stay in your lane. Do not go out. We have to get some bow mastery. It seems like it's really important to get those level ups. Because guys, they're almost doing 100 damage for the barrage now. There we go, we got at least one of them. Sword and bow now have leveled up a little bit, so we're getting a little bit more where we need to be. I guess, I don't know where we really need to be, I'm kind of guessing. Nice. We can at least one-hit goblins now. Goblins are like one of the most fantasy races of all time. They're in everything. It's weekend, so I'm feeling great. That's what we like to hear. What a bizarre experience system. Alright, so we're in Fynn now. Just so we've heard the city's crawling with Imperial soldiers, we have to be careful, make sure not to get too close. I'm gonna go ahead and save before I do something really dumb, because I can feel myself doing something really dumb. I just haven't done it yet. So we're gonna try to get ahead of the dumb thing for once. I'm really glad there was like a quick save. Whoops, I didn't mean to go in the castle right away. Looks like it was blocked anyways. Rebel curs. Alright, you know what? In my defense, I knew it was dumb, which is why I saved, but maybe they're not that strong. Unfortunately, we're dead. Maybe we can flee? I mean, they did tell us to flee. You can flee. It must be a high flee rate of them. Alright, so don't talk to the people trying to kill us is going to be the name of the game. I'm going to load just so we don't have to go back through the area. If not, we have to go find some place to revive. There might actually be one in town. There's certainly one in town, actually. Alright, so we can't access the inn here. There are random fights here, which are leg eaters, which is a bit of a surprise, because I personally wouldn't want to live in a town with leg eaters that are just vibing. I do currently value my legs and hope to keep them for as long as I can. Cool. Textbook fight. We can access the white magic shop at least. Maybe that's a trap though. I think we might be able to outspeed them and flee though, so as long as we don't try to fight, if we get into a fight, we'll always try to flee. Okay, no, there's just no vendor here. I really like how I wish I knew how to do like pixel art and stuff. I'm sure it's something I could learn, but like how that fire looks is just so cool. Very talented people making that kind of stuff. I'm going to try to preserve MP and focus on basic attacking now. Just because I think basic attacks are probably going to be a good way to get through things. But on the other hand, like, the fact that MP is so abundant, we could probably just rip spells most of the time. It looks like we cannot access the shops either. Perhaps this town is mostly useless for us and we can somehow get into the actual castle because we need to sneak into the castle somehow. But I was thinking there might be something cool in the town. Gonna guess these are also empty, but we'll see. No reason to not check. Yeah, okay. Nothing too useful in town. Perhaps we missed something, but it doesn't look like it's useful. I'm tempted to check the well next to that person, but I don't want to get caught if we do. Bo seems kind of weak. Maybe it's not that bad, but it feels kind of weak. Okay, so it's locked on the front door. I don't see another way to enter, but I wonder if there's a place inside the town that we can get in. They mentioned that the barkeep was still like a normal person. But I thought the barkeep was in the northeast, which might have been covered. Maybe the barkeep isn't that building. Maybe it's somewhere else. I didn't realize we couldn't check this house, or hadn't checked it yet, I should say. Not a gosh darn thing in here. There's gotta be something in the town. I'm guessing if we talk to any of those people, we end up gunked, so I don't want to talk to them when possible. Pixlar is such a vibe, I agree wholeheartedly. It's super impressive. I wonder if the enemies abide by the front and backline rules that we do. Doesn't feel like there's much more in this town, though. I'm surely missing something. I don't think I could successfully beat one of the guards with how much damage they do without a lot of grinding. I could theoretically grind to beat one, but I highly doubt it's what they intend. Okay, that's what I expected. We did get a preemptive strike, though. Maybe we can just hit him with the level 5 death or something. And by that I mean flee. It'd be interesting if they would chase us a little bit, and then we could, like, lure them out of a spot. We definitely need to get the damage up on Bo, so we'll train a little bit more for that. Maybe Bo is just bad. I could accept that too. You can give Maria like a melee weapon instead. You have a lot of freedom with your characters. In spite of them having fairly low stats at the start, they can gain anything, it seems like, so... No one has to be really locked into whatever. I guess we'll leave for now. It feels wrong, though. I gotta be missing something obvious. Is the right side a different town than the left side? No, it is not. Very weird. And if I step one tile back, we don't get to go in. We can get in fights here. Holy moly, wait, these might be really strong. Uh-oh. We're dead. Final Fantasy II has no chill. Get out, get out, get out, get out, run, period, run. Good try, buddy. Nice change from everyone to being able to swap equipment around. It's true. It's very different. This is so bizarre. So we're not supposed to go here yet. Don't have much lead to go on. I guess we can explore more around. We know about a place we need a canoe to get to. Very bizarre. What's up here? Other than like werewolves that are gonna eat me. Oh, it's just an ogre and ogre mage. How strong are these, like, do we think? Like, am I dead? Probably, probably not. No, we're fine. I think these guys were pretty easy last time. We're dead. But what if they're like close to death? What if they have like 30 health instead of like 200. No, we should flee. This is dumb. But what if they do? Oh my god, they have like no health actually. They know Blizzard 5. Nobody told me FF2 was so scary. There's nowhere to revive in here. Let's just flee for now and try to get back to the other town. Maybe there's something to do in the middle town that we missed. FF1 is just like, here's a leisurely journey. Sure, you might kind of get one hit at times, but like, you know, have a nice time. FF2 is like, here's the world, feel free to explore it. Everything wants to kill you and will kill you. I don't hate it, for the record. I think it's super interesting. I think it's a good thing. Little prelude. Oh wow, he even like put the person down to revive him. I just figured it would just say it revived. It was like a whole thing. Cool. It's nice you have to pay to revive people. There is something funky about that. It's like that in Shining Force. One of my favorite games of all time. Zelda-like music? Yeah, for sure. Prelude stuff and Zelda stuff is very similar. I need to finish, I started it a few years ago, so finish is like the wrong word. I probably just restarted from scratch, but I started playing Minish Cap for the first time. Because one of my best friends really likes it. She was like a really big fan from growing up even. So she recommended I play it. And I started playing it, but I never finished it. I really am not impressed with the bow. I mean, the bow only has one attack. I guess it's the luxury of taking half damage from that back line. I don't know if it's worth it or not, though. I mean, we spoke to everyone here, didn't we? Let's just explore around again, I guess. I don't know if there's anything else we can reach on the southern area. We go east and south, it's dangerous. East and northwest is dangerous. These enemies are easy enough, though. We get some stats on them. I bought a copy of Minish Cap when as a child. I never beat it because of a bug. Oh, that's a shame. The only Zelda I played when I was young... I think it was Wind Waker. I don't remember if I played... I don't think I played any of the N64 ones or anything, but I played Wind Waker and I loved it. It was so good. Oh, good. We're finally firing 2 bow shots. That's pretty significant. I'm glad that we kind of kept that everyone has big eyebrows in this. They're not as big as in Final Fantasy 1, but I'm glad the eyebrows made it. I'm gonna try and wander down here. This is probably a terrible idea. Okay, we've played these games before. We're out of here. Heck, werewolves. Thank goodness. What the heck do I do? Alright, so I'm like limited in this small area. I can't figure out how to get into Castle Flynn, but the people in Castle Flynn are really strong anyways. There's only one chest in Altair, which I got. Maybe I need to use like a keyword somewhere and that'll help me? That could be. Let's go back in Altair and see if we can use our keyword. I don't remember having the option for it, but it's possible it was there. I didn't find it. I noticed they didn't give me Temper as a spell yet, and I'm personally offended by that. But I like Temper. Alright, were we able to say anything to you? Yes, we did see Finn to the north. We've been there now. Don't think there's any NPCs in here other than the one to pay. It's only 5 gil? Holy economic. 5 gil for 4 beds. You're losing money here. These are just the vendors. I mean, it could be intended that I just get stronger in the meantime. Feeling troops and monsters roaming the streets, cities, and better off. There's definitely monsters, you're not wrong. Hub on the outskirts of Fynn. Barkeep didn't make it out in time. That's like the biggest hint I have right now. So I have to imagine that's probably our way in, but there's no way we have to beat one of them, right? Maybe we do have to beat one of them. I mean, that's the best hint I have, is that maybe we have to beat one, but I think they hit like 500s. Maybe they hit way less. I don't remember how hard they hit. It's possible we can kill one, though. Very interesting if that is our goal. I will be surprised, but we can go for it. See if it works. Although they told us not to get too close to people when we walked into town, too. Maybe they were just like, hey, don't get too close unless you want to progress the game. Alright, we're cooking damage now. I gotta feel like this is still wrong. I'm gonna cast Cure 2 here just to farm a little bit of XP with it and do it in combat. I assume we won't get the XP if we do it out of combat. Whoops, I accidentally did two of them. I should still be fine. Okay, well, let's try to kill one. Let's see how close we are to killing one, I guess, to start. Specifically, we'll go for the one... I assume that the upper right is where the bartender would be. Oh no, I see it! Heck, I found it. We don't have to kill one. Thank goodness I found that. They said it was on the outskirts. I assume this whole town was on the outskirts, but they mean like the outskirts. Never mind, we're good. Gotta sneak around here somehow. I don't know how we enter it. Because it's right there. It's totally it. Maybe we go out the north, then east, then south? So we can't go any more south than here, so it must be out the north side. Very peculiar, but I believe that's it. Thank goodness for the map. Holy moly, guy. Save some damage for the rest of us. Okay, yeah, this is totally it. And somehow this person's gonna help us get in. My guess is a shortcut, but maybe there'll be a key or something. I'm really surprised at how much magic you can use. Maybe magic is just inherently weaker in here, or it's just OP and it's like the solution in this game. The character designs are really cool. I like how Furion looks a lot. Also, super kind of them to not make poison persist through battles. Because having the old Pokemon walking around and having poison damage every step was unfortunate. Wonderful, there we go. Probably don't want to talk to anyone here if I were to guess but the barkeep. Bartender says, whoa, where do you think you're going? Customers aren't allowed behind the counter. These Imperials are as ill-bred as they come. No key terms to learn, but we can say Wild Rose. Ah, you're with the rebels. You'll find a secret door in this wall. There's a wounded soldier back there. Go see if you can help him. What am I gonna do? I've had it with this place. You guys can take it from here. Don't let us down. I assume you mean behind where you were standing? Oh. Oh, that's very like FF3. At least the DS version. I don't know if the old one had it like that. Where you could walk through walls and get secrets. We have a potion, and a potion. Do you need a potion? Are you going to turn me over the Empire? At least have these two to kill me first. I don't want them to take me alive. So you rebel soldiers, are you? My name is Scott. I am a prince of Kashuan. Prince Scott, we were told you fell in the battle. Thank goodness you're still alive. Oh, good. That was the brother of the other person who was like, I'm so pathetic. I am, but not for much longer. Oh, it's a bummer. Never mind. I take back my own good. I'm afraid I must ask a favor of you. There's someone you must tell my brother Gordon. Tell him I know he has great strength. He must learn to have more faith in himself. I also have a message for the king. Tell him the reason Finn fell so quickly was Count Borgan betrayed us. He's been made a general in the Imperial Army. One more thing. Tell Hilda that I love her. No, don't deliver that last one. The confessions of a dying man, they would only bring her pain. My brother, Leon, have you heard of him? Sorry, but I have not. I wish I could be more help. Here, I want you to take my ring. I'm sure it'll be of use. Maybe it's all this talking, but I've grown extremely tired. Excuse me, I just need to rest just for a little while. Oh, no. Thanks for the ring. Hopefully they'll respawn at the little respawn counter. So I assume that's a key item. We have key terms. Let's go to our key items. So, apparently someone in Gatria knows how to use it. It must be his brother. So let us return back. Apparently, Fynn is a little bit too strong for us right now, because we're not about to go in there. Or at least the castle of Fynn. Silly leg eaters. Wonder if they got that name because they eat legs. Like, I know, like, confidently, like, it's probably because they eat legs, but, like, why the legs? Do they stop after the legs? Are they called goblins because they eat a lot? Do they gobble up all the food? These are the questions that must be asked and that most people are afraid to ask, but I am here to ask them for those who are afraid to ask them, but do still want to know the answer, but don't want to be called weird. My role in the universe has been met. We're getting a bunch of XP on the way back. I'm surprised. We must have been close to like a threshold of it. My guess is that there's like an experience XP bar for like all of these things, like an invisible experience XP bar. And slowly we fill them up, and then they pop out some stats for us. Only FF I played is Tactics on the GBA. One of the FF Tactics I played a little bit of, it was Tactics Advanced, I think. The other one, the older one, is like really confusing. Maybe I'll play it one day, though. I just like Final Fantasy. I just think they're neat. Alright, we'll spend 5 gil to quickly heal up here. We'll go deliver the ring over to Scott, I think his name was, brother. We had a message for the king as well, right? Wait, the brother was in the first town, but they said someone in Gatria would know what to do with this. The Imperial forces have occupied... Who in here would know what to do with it? Nice that the key item actually gives you like a hint as to where to use it, though. Weird. Let's go deliver the message first before we do the ring. Maybe it'll give us another hint about the ring. Whoops, I probably shouldn't be ripping a cure here, but that's fine. We're just training our magic levels. Holy moly, that's so much MP. Okay, so let's cross the bridge, then head straight south. I guess in actuality it's not that much MP, because if our spell starts costing 3 and we have 30 MP, we still get 10 casts, but still, 10 casts is a crazy amount of casts for magic. Maybe it's like normal, but it feels crazy. Oh, it said Altair, didn't it not? Gatreo, or whatever it's called, Gatrea. No, it does say Gatrea, never mind, alright. Who's Gordon? I was once a prince of Kashwan, nothing but a coward. My brother Scott fell in battle. I abandoned my kingdom and fled here. That ring, it's my brother's. He really said all those things about me. Yeah, dude. What? That's it? I kind of expected more. I shouldn't be like so shocked. We were asked to not deliver a message to Hilda. I guess I'll honor it. Part of me wants to do it anyways, but if we were like deliberately requested to not deliver a message, then we probably shouldn't do it. It has struck me, perhaps I've grown old. Thought it was the king we were supposed to speak to. I apparently don't have the attention span. Now, is using the ring here going to be bad? Ring belongs to Scott. Is he alive? He gave us this ring in Fynn just before he lost the last of his strength. Did he say anything? No, nothing. Alright, cool. We're keeping to his word. Your Highness, please, this ring belongs with you. No, keep it. It suits a personage of courage. You infiltrated Fynn and returned to tell the tale. You proved yourselves quite capable. It would seem I underestimated your strength. I would have you lend your strength to our cause. There is a magical metal known as Mithril, and we need strong warriors if we are to obtain it. Hey, let's learn about the term Mithril. Now we've gotten that, so let's ask about Mithril. We lost Fynn because we were ill-equipped. The Empire fought with weapons and armor made of Mithril. I have charged Yosef, a man living in Salamand, with the task of finding the source of Mithril. Do not know the cause, but we've been out of contact with him for some time now. Would you go with Minwu to Salamand and look into this? For sure. We can do that. I heard your highness's words and have waited for you here ever since. To reach Salamand, we must first pass through the port town of Paloom. Take my canoe. We already get a canoe? Oh, Minwu joined the party. I assume it's like an escort thing rather than like a party member. Wait, Minwu is like an actual party member? Okay, Minwu is actually like absolutely jacked. There's no way we keep Minwu. Holy moly. No wonder they thought we weren't strong enough. If that's like the advisor of the army, then like we got nothing. Minwu's just the best white mage in existence. I really wonder what the other part of the ring was, though. Apparently someone in Gatria knows how to use it. Let's go back to Gatria and check it out before we canoe somewhere. Surprised we got the canoe so quickly, too. But I really want to see, because like if there's something to it, I would like to figure it out. Maybe I should set Minwu to guard. I mean, maybe Minwu is a normal party member and I just haven't guarded enough too. That could also be possible, but Minwu has so many spells that I heckin' doubt it. And 103 MP is a lot. So it is kind of cool that Minwu doesn't have like any masters and it does go up. So I don't know. We'll see. Alright. We're getting into Gatria, but we're not there quite yet. Who the heck is going to know about it? I don't remember anyone having like the dialogue box to pop up to like show them something or ask them something. It's a really interesting concept. I quite like it. Alright, we'll do a quick run through of Gatria. Alright, that was quicker than I anticipated upon entering it the first time. Oh, hey, I've seen that ring before. There was some cool looking guy named Scott wearing it. He used that ring to show me something that looked like a map. He said some kind of magic words, and the map just appeared out of thin air. What was it said? Something like Eno Lidna Leknak or something like that. Cancel and loan? I couldn't... I feel like I saw those in FF1. Was that also words in FF1? I remember that very specific thing and being surprised about it. Maybe not. Maybe I saw it in something else. Eno Lidna Leknak. Weird. I guess we can't do anything about it this moment, but at least we found the information we're looking for. Alright, so we have to take the canoe, presumably across that body of water right over there. So we can just head east now. Alright, it's still hornets all the way down. As long as there's not werewolves surviving. The moment the werewolves show up again, or the ogre mages, I am no longer partying and instead suffering. There's a boat here. Can we take it? I mean, we'll probably almost certainly take it, right? There's no chance we don't end up with a boat eventually. Some stats on Guy. Let's head into town now. Alright, welcome to Paloom. You folks wouldn't be looking to book past the starship for just 32 gil with Sia Saintly to Poft. Alright, maybe that's not a ship we can get. The Empire hasn't attacked Paloom or Poft, at least not yet. Ship heading out of our little port will take straight to Poft. We want to go to Poft, but let's just take our time here first. Looks like much of the same. We should probably start buying consumables at some point. I don't think the time is quite yet, unless we reach a dungeon or an encounter that kind of necessitates it, but for the time being, thinking our money's probably better spent on spells and equipment. Okay, so a dagger is an improvement over a broadsword? That's a surprise. So those are 7, so I guess it is an improvement. But it's a different type of weapon too. Very peculiar. I guess I can work on different weapon masteries. Might as well, right? A little bit expensive. You know what we'll do? Oops, let's equip, and we'll do a dagger here, and then... I wonder how useful buckler actually is. Okay, no, broadsword is better than dagger. I guess because we had a shield on the other hand. Let's switch this over to mace, though. Let's give Maria the double thwacker smackers, then move her up. Could probably move Minwu to the back line as well, but Minwu's so tanky it probably doesn't matter. Not a heck of a lot going on in this town. Oh, there's a magic shop though, so let's pop in there. Interesting, they seem to have gone down to a single magic shop. So we have Cure available, Blink, which is raising evasion, Protect, and Shell. Probably grab Protect and Shell. Yeah, everyone can learn every magic. So bizarre. I'll give Shell to Maria and then Protect to Varian. Thinking about spreading our magic across 2 people being a good idea. What have you got to say? Bloom the Den of Freedom want to settle down here with me, handsome? Which one of the people in our party are you talking to? It's gotta be Minwu. Basques, Salamand, once you pass Poft, they say the city are under the control of the Empire. So that's Salamand's where we're going past Pump. This Balloon, just a little port town. There's a finalist. How about you and me have a drink? With you, not a chance. I'm glad Maria like speaks up to say something, and everyone else is just kind of silent about being catcalled by the other person. The Empire hasn't attacked them yet. Not yet. All right, cool. I guess we'll just move on. We've got the guild for him. There's 100% going to be a ship battle. Alright, maybe not 100%. Perhaps I was overzealous in my assumption of ship battles. I thought there was going to be pirates. Then we'll just take a leisurely trip in the ocean. Weird. We're like so far away now, too. This game is so open. Alright, we're in the town of Poft. We entered through the left side. I'm curious, is the right side different? Probably not. Nah, okay, it's not. That's fine. This is the port of Poft. Salamand is to the north, and to our east is Basques. You folks looking for a ship? It's 32 to Paloom, Guild of Paloom. We don't really want to leave. I'd like to buy a ship eventually. Basque, the city to our east is under control of the Empire. They're building something terrible there. That's the same text. Can I interest you folks in a ride on Sid's Pride and Joy? The only airship of its kind in the entire world. We did see an airship. No matter how far, we'll take you to your destination, blink an eye. Of course, Transformation's Fine Caliber comes across. Interested? Yes, where to? Holy moly. I can't believe that's actually a thing. So we have fast travel. Oh my god, it said, hey Sid, here to ride the airship. If you've got the cash, I'll take you. There's no place I can take you to. We'll learn about the term airship. That could be useful later. You like this canoe? How about the ring? He doesn't know what Wild Rose means. You want the airship, you pay the guy behind me. What about Mithril? Alright, so it looks like the term will be read if they have something to say about it. Ask the city to our east is in the Empire. Right, okay, you're saying the same things. Probably everyone else here is. Yeah, we'll just move on. I'll assume that the other 3 are doing the same. It seems like a safe bet. Whoops, I didn't mean to leave. You be looking for Sid, he's in the pub, yeah. He sure do be in the pub. Past gets yours under attack. Okay, a lot of people say the same thing in this game. It's surprising. Maybe that was in one, I just didn't remember it as much. What do we have for armor here? Looks like a better helm. Honestly, let's upgrade the armor a little bit. It's a little bit expensive, but I think it's worth it. I really don't know what magic interference is. We don't even have a heckin' hat yet. I forgot to put on the leather caps. I'm a dumb McIdiot head, but that's fine. Our magic interference goes down. Because normal clothes have a little bit more. Okay, weird. So copper's actually not bad for magic interference. Here, you can have a leather cap, buddy. We got an extra one now. Very bizarre. No, actually, I wanted those gloves back, though. I'm sorry. I know I just gave them to you, and they were like a gift, but we're gonna have to put them on guy instead. I'm very, very sorry. Cool, 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 cool. So that was kind of all of our money, but I think the armor's probably nice. Oh, there's magic? Heck. Maybe we can sell things here, though. We can sell the old armor. Cure, blink, protect, shell. Alright, nothing new here. We're good. Being that we're out of money from our shopping spree, guess we'll start heading north, right? There could be more stuff in that town, too, but I think I did a pretty good job of getting stuff done. Thank goodness there's auto-saves, though. Losing the entire start of this to werewolves would have been really rough. Was this the soldier in town? Maybe this will be too strong for us, though. Alright, we can do damage now. Alright, they're healthier, but we're healthy too. Looks like there's snowy areas to the far north, which makes sense. That's literally 5 goblins. Not even figuratively 5 goblins. Interesting that guy got a parry without a shield. At least it sounded like one. Cool, staff leveled up, so a little more damage. Farian's health goes up, Maria's as well. And then the strength for Guy. I'm absolutely gonna go the wrong way and get myself in trouble. Okay, suddenly Maria does 1,000,000 damage, like far more than Farian. Although Farian's rocking a shield too, so maybe that's why. Or no, Farian's not rocking a shield. Maria's just the stronger. I don't know what to say. Is this Salaman? There's no way. Okay, why is Salaman so cold? I was thinking like a salamander. I guess salamanders aren't inherently hot. This is our destination, though. What can we do here? We have a life, which is to revive. Sap, which is reduces MP on an opponent. Warp, banishes the target to another dimension or transports the party to the previous flight. That's so nice to have early on. And then teleport. Wow, that is super nice. Unfortunately, I can't afford basically any of it. Even if I start selling down most of our stuff, I don't think we can afford basically anything. So we'll have to come back here once we have a little bit more gil. Surely we'll fight some stuff that will produce a little bit more gil sooner than later. Warp is really strong once it's leveled, I bet. Okay, it's just a normal shop. Every time I come in here expecting something different. What do you have to say? Samet Falls is beyond the mountain range to the south of Salaman. That's where the Empire's been mining its mithril. Alright, well we figured out where mithril is. That was a pretty good guess so far. The Empire has enslaved the men of Salaman and forced them to work in the caves at Samet Falls. Please, you have to help them. I love Yosef, but I know that if I'm around, I would just get in his way. You have business with me, Wild Rose, you're here for Princess Hilda? A little short in the tooth, aren't you? You kids can't fool me. Mithril, I haven't found any yet, but I do have a few leads, but I don't plan on sharing what I do know with a bunch of perfect strangers. I need you to do a little something to prove you are who you say you are. There's a bunch of people from Salaman who are being forced to work in the cave at Samet Falls. Rescue them, then we'll talk. Alright, what about the airship? Man who knows all about airships. Why should I tell you who he is? I already know who he is. I learned the term from him. I want to check everything with everyone now, even though I know it's not going to do anything. Cool, so we'll head south then. Because we're going to be butting heads with the Empire. And you know what? We'll stay at the end here, so we can afford it, which I think we can. We have a little bit of gil. 22 gil, and still kind of a steal. I would say that the 5 gil was certainly better value, but at this point we're paying, what, 5.25 gil per bed? Oh no, 5.5, sorry. Even while not playing Factorio, I can't escape being bad at math. Alright, cool, let's head to our south and see what's going on down here. Let's go back to practicing magic once more. feel like we're growing in power really, really quickly. I wonder if it'll plateau, or maybe it's just like not as quick as I'm assuming it is. Our magic is actually falling off in damage quite a bit, but I guess perhaps it's because it's splitting. I think I went the wrong way. Please don't be incredibly powerful. Alright. I just realized how like devastating an ambush will be if we end up getting in something that can one-hit us. Cool, a staff level up for Maria. That's across the board. So I believe they said it was to the south of the mountain range. I think I have to go around this way, then follow the water. Could be wrong about it though, but I believe that's right. Maybe I should have taught Guy some like fire magic or something. I'm kind of regretting not getting that training, but then again, having someone that just kind of oonga boongas is like a real appeal to the party for me. Maybe it'll come bite me later. I think I'm just having like nostalgia about the Final Fantasy 1 playthrough and having our hero character be like that warrior that just gets ultra buffed and then one hits everyone. Alright, we're dead. We're fine. Sorry for freaking out that one time. Cool, up to 45 MP now on Firion. I imagine it's just on the map. Wait, can we already see it? Oh, that's Paloom. I'm walking to Paloom? Why am I walking to Paloom? Maybe it's to the west over here. I didn't realize you could walk to Paloom. We wasted Gil on a boat? Heck, what a waste. You think you have it good, and then you waste Gil on a boat when you could just walk. We gotta get out more, get some exercise. I really like watching the airship fly past. It's really reminding me that I could have taken it to my destination. Oh, I think we just got another Thunder Master, which is nice. Oh, I should be working on Cura as well while we're just wandering around. We now have Thunder 3. Maybe we'll go back to town. Oh, I should level up Shell and stuff too, I forgot. It's probably more imperative when we're walking around, instead of basic attacking, to just take our time to spend our MP. So when we go to a town, we heal it up, then we have better spells to cast. Almost certainly going to be the play from here on out. I didn't even consider that. Hoft is a little closer to us right now. I need to go back over there. I must have misunderstood. I thought they said it was in the mountain range to the south. Perhaps I just missed it though. Okay, let's go heal up really quick and then we'll ask around about where it is once more. I think it was one of the people outside that told us. Beyond the mountain range to the south of Salamand. Okay, that is kind of where I was going. But that's just Puff down there, isn't it? Now, which mountain range do you think they're talking about? It's gotta be the one we were going to. How far beyond, though? Beyond the mountain range to the south of Salamand. Oh, you know what? It's probably if we head straight south and then go to the west slightly. That's almost certainly where it is. We found Sasquatch. I was not a believer, but now I am. Town looks so comfy. Yeah, I think it'd be nice to live somewhere where it's always like snow covered. As long as they've got good Wi-Fi, that's all I really need. Getting a lot of good experience. I'm very grateful that Firion's attacking last. It's giving everyone else a chance to get a little bit of experience for their stuff. Even Minwu's getting stats. Am I dumb? I mean, like, I know I'm a little dumb. But I'm just having one of those, like, coming to reality moments where I realize I've been playing this game for like an hour and gotten stuck like 4 times. Okay. So there's the mountain range to the south. It's gotta be this one. Can I go up and around it? You know, I can canoe actually. Thank goodness these are still goblins, I didn't check. That could have been really bad, depending on the enemies. I mean, logically speaking, like going through the area, this would make a lot more sense. Because we're like progressing rather than going back to where Pumph was. Also, what a nice name for a town, Pumph. Intellect. Always a nice set to have, I'm sure. I'm hoping it's over here. These are still goblins, so we're in the clear so far. There's the airship taunting us again. Alright, no, I have no idea. What if I walked past it accidentally? I wish I could go back and be like, hey, you said it was like south of the mountain range, or I think near the mountain range to the south? Like, you're aware that most of the continent is mountains, right? Hit him with a little bit of sass. I'm sorry for sassing, I found it. Cool, Summit Falls. Let's save outside. I did spend more MP than I probably should have coming here. We still have like a pretty solid abundance of it, so I'm gonna assume we're fine. This place is kind of spooky. We are going to switch over to doing basic attacks now, hopefully to preserve some of that MP we have for what I will assume will be a boss at the end of the dungeon, because that is very Final Fantasy. Cool, a little bit of strength for Farian. A crystal you can't interact with, but it is interesting at least. Thank goodness those soldiers come alone. They're actually quite scary. There's a chest up there and then a chest in the other corner. First dungeon, here we go. I'm excited. This game is like very unlike 1. I mean, obviously there's similarities. The combat's not all that different, but I like how different it is. 3 is like one of my favorite games of all time. So seeing 1 and 2 has been very interesting. I spent a lot of hours playing Final Fantasy 3 when I was young. Okay, we have some crazy dodges. The like evasion rate in this is like 100% for some reason. Minwu's getting absurdly tanky too. Okay, let's go down here and grab our loot. Okay, we've been ambushed again. I shouldn't have spoke. Don't hit Maria. Bow 1. Buddy, why is your bow named like my magic is named? Maybe bow is the magic they're using. I cast Sasquatch. Good luck defending against him. Heck. Let's take a quick look at the map. Oh, it's Pick a Pipe. Cool. Wait, can we actually get over there? Can our canoe be used on water in here? Oh, it looks like we can just walk on the water in here, never mind. I was thinking how novel it would be to use the canoe inside of a dungeon. The leveling system is just so peculiar. Oh, when we get killed, we want to go back and buy teleport and warp and stuff. It would have been nice to have it before we came here, actually, but that's how it goes. Such a unique level up design, though. I don't think I've ever seen another game that really has it. There's probably ones that exist. I'm just not thinking about it. It's very Rune Factory in its design. Right? Is it Rune Factory I'm thinking of? Or maybe Harvest Moon, where everything levels up? I think it was Rune Factory 3 or 4, where you can have like a bathing stat and level up your bathing, which is just like, it's very similar energy to that, but obviously the level ups here are very focused on combat. They're very unique in how they handle it. Even the goblins can cast bow 1. Crazy. So I know the exact door that's the correct one. I've already figured it out, and I'll explain my reasoning. So, the correct door is number 3, but it's going to be the number 3 that's in slot 2. Reason being, in Japanese you read from right to left, right? So, the third door from the right will be door number 3. I love Rune Factory. Oh, Rune Factory is so fun. I really like it. I've been playing through Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, I think it is, but very slowly. I started it a while ago and I've been chugging through it every now and then when I feel like it at night, like once every few weeks. Very, very slowly. So this is going to be the correct one. I remember my friend playing some GameCube game where you could level up the items. Those were dungeons inside the item. I didn't get it, but he was obsessed. Interesting. I'm trying to think if I would know anything like that. Also nice to see you, but I remember that for the GameCube there was Baten Kaitos, which is kind of notorious because if you want to do an 100% speedrun for it, you have to leave the game running for like 2 weeks straight or something, because the items, they don't level up on their own, but they'll change with enough time. So once you get like a bar of soap or whatever it is, you wait like 2 weeks and then it turns into something else, which is really weird. Is that Disgaea? Disgaea is what jumped out at me too, Reganomicon. I know that there are item worlds and stuff in Disgaea, but I don't remember if items can level up. It's been a while. And I only really played Disgaea 5. Fun time though. Alright, this is the correct door. It's crazy how I was so right. This is not the wrong door. Looks like 1 is correct? Interesting. Must be a bug. I played Baten Kaitos on the GameCube. I think I still have the disc for it, but it might be one of those games where there's like 2 or 3 discs. Like Legend of Dragoon, Final Fantasy VII. Oh, people are never going to understand that. Back in my day, you would get a game and the case for the game would be super thick and there'd be like 3 or 4 discs in it. The good old times. Huge preemptive strike for spells here. So we'll do that. Honestly, let's rip a shell. Let's start getting some stuff on that, but getting Thunder off I think is going to be nice enough. Save us a lot of trouble. Shell's really cool, I like it. Probably my favorite derogatory item leveling up is from Vagrant Story. I'm not familiar with Vagrant Story, unfortunately. Yes, thick game cases like you were buying a VHS. Oh, the good old days. My mom is obsessed that if like she holds on to VHSs for like another 10 years, she'll be able to sell them all for millions. I'm rooting for her. Alright, let's work on... we shouldn't spend too much MP, though. We're actually quite low. Reading the manual on the drive home, that's such a vibe. I talked about it on stream before, my mom would get me, like, video game, like, walkthrough, like the little books you could buy from, like, tag sales and stuff for games I didn't have, so I'd read through them. Probably why I ended up liking games so much, to be honest, just because I liked reading a lot. Nowadays, I'm like, oh god, I really want to get through this book, but I've been trying to read it for the past 3 years. And I'll be like, alright, I'll focus on reading it this weekend, I'll get a chunk of it done, and I'll get busy, and then I won't read it for another 3 months, and I'll restart it, read the same part over and over again. I got an achievement called Experience Warrior. I don't know exactly what it does. A lot of empty rooms here, surprisingly. Another Picador. Vagrant Story is a Squeenix PSX game where they had beautiful shadows on a console that couldn't do shadows. Oh, that's really cool. 250 gil. There's no other doors down there, nor chests, so we shall in fact go to Picador round 2. Probably want to use a cure pretty soon too to get everyone on board. Maybe we'll do it this round. Oh, you know what? Minwu can probably heal too, thinking about it. Coding with magic in early generations of the game, I wholeheartedly agree. Some of the stuff they got done, especially with the limitations of cartridge size and whatnot, is very, very interesting. Okay, this is actually a stacked group. I think this is probably Thunderworthy. Let's go for it. Okay, Minwu is actually like incredibly strong and has teleport. Switches HP and MP with the target. Is that not like game breaking? Very weird. Isuna clears status ailments. Basuna clears ones that wear off after battle. Very weird. Sounds wild. Maybe boss are immune. I thought they might be. I've been told by someone who played through this game recently, a friend of mine, that Toad is extremely powerful in this game. So I'm going to try my best to not abuse it because it's extremely powerful, but we might check it out anyways. But now that I'm cognizantly aware that it's so strong, I don't want to abuse it. Hey, it looks like it's going to be the left door every time. Another stack group, so let's just Thunder 3. Cool. So some HP on 2 of our characters and a bunch of gil. It's interesting how the drops from each person is registered individually on that last screen there. Oh, hello. Help us, please. Help us, please. Help us, please, and help us, please. Tyrion, it's you. Am I ever glad you're here? Hey, Paul. This is Yosef's daughter, Nelly. I think Dastardly Borgen's been holding her hostage to threaten Yosef. Princess Hilda told you to bring her back to Mithril, right? Well, that's normally where I step in. I figured out this was where the Mithril was coming from easy enough, so I thought I'd get the jump on you guys and nab the Mithril before you can get here. Only I messed up and got caught. Me, of all people. Well, I know when I'm in over my head, so long, but don't worry, I'll take everyone here with me. Thanks for saving if I owe you one. Oh, you didn't get to talk to Nelly. That's fine, I guess. Let us proceed to the row. Senate Falls B4. Some treasure, a floor down, and then another room. Might as well check out the room. Heck, I should have targeted him. Pirate's like, surely our basic attacks will go onto the strong one in the back line. Oh, should be fine with Guy hitting him. So-called free thinkers when they're held captive in a dungeon. It's so true. It's so true. Help us, save us. We're in a dungeon. Saw the demo scene to try to fit stuff into 64 kilobytes or something like that. There's a Pokemon ROM hack I really like called Pokemon Unbound, which I played a lot on stream. But one of their big things is you can fit it on a cartridge and load it onto like a Game Boy Advance and actually play it, which is really cool. A fire tome. Oh, that's wonderful. Now the question remains, should I start teaching Guy magic? I feel like the answer is yes, might as well. Everyone's capable of doing it. Guy, welcome to being a black mage. Your Unga Boonga days have lessened, but are still totally there. But you will be firing here. I forgot our spells were so weak back then. It's amazing how much they put in that Unbound cartridge. It's really crazy. Like, I'm at like 130 hours of gameplay or something right now. And like, there's still so much more to do. I did my one and only run through from the Elite Four for Pokemon Unbound with Arceus, which was nice and chill. But I'm so daunted to get teams for the other mono type run-throughs. That just seems so hard. Okay, green slimes are actually like bulked out of their mind. I was thinking maybe we can get away with it, but I'm now realizing that they're actually really tanky. We're probably gonna have to switch over to using magic against them. Which will take a while because we have a lot of attacks lined up. Didn't we auto attack 2 of them? Maybe there's only 3 the whole time. Alright, see you later, green slime. Some ring comes. Honestly, hold on. Whoa, hold on. Maybe green slime is the solution. Like, I could theoretically just, like, auto-battle green slime for ages leveling up stuff if that's how it works. New grinding method unlocked. It might not work like that. I might be being a little overzealous. Or perhaps I'm exactly as zealous as I need to be. Can you be zealous? Is zealous like the opposite of overzealous? Surely. I'm being zealous either way. Unless zealous is a really bad thing, then I'm not being zealous. I'm being underzealous. Covered a lot of my bases there. I might just have Guy keep ripping fire until Guy's out of MP, I think. Our fights are going to go a little bit longer, but I think it'll be good for getting Guy's training. You can be regular zealous? Awesome. In that case, I'll be the appropriate amount of zeal. Being zealous is not a bad thing, says Lucario Zealot. Oh my gosh, are Zealot and Zealous connected? Surely. I feel like it's kind of an intense way to be. Maybe I should be underzealous then. Alright, so we're on B5 now. It looks like we have Picador once more. I'm really hoping it's the top left door, but it might not be. So I'm going to poke in these doors here, and then if they're wrong, perfect. If they're right, we'll have to swing back around. We'll do normal attacks here. Oh, it must have been 2 balloons and then 3 slime. There were probably just 5 green enemies. My brain processed it like that. It was like, these are all the same. We're really low on MP right now, though. I mean, except Minwu. Minwu can keep us alive through anything. I'm guessing Minwu is akin to Final Fantasy III, having, like, guest people that would join your party for a little bit. But Final Fantasy III's wouldn't, like, proper join your party. They would just be, like, supporters from the backline, at least the DS version. This one is wrong, which is good. Hopefully the other one is also wrong, but I do want to check to be sure. Because there could be looties in here. I don't want to discredit the possibilities for looties and scooties. Guy is slowly turning into our premier black mage. Fire has leveled up, which is quite cool to have. Okay, so my assumption is that this is the correct answer. That this is the boss we need to fight, who is guarding the mithril. We get the mithril, then we get out. So I'm going to come back here later. My assumption is that's one of the people. It might also be bonus, but I'm thinking that's going to be the case, and the other room is instead going to be bonus. But we'll have to see. We'll swing back around really quick. I have to be a little careful. Maria's health is getting kind of low. I think I queued myself into another round of attacks. No, I think Furian's last, right? Thank goodness they'll hit zeros on us sometimes. Alright, let's do a cure for the experience here. And then Guy will go for, a normal attack, I guess, because we're out of MP. Perfect. It's so weird, the variation on spells, though. I can't get used to it. Like, why does it do 50 on one person and 20 on another? There's probably a logical reason for it. Still wonky. Maybe it's critting? Can spells crit? I don't think spells could crit in Final Fantasy 1. Maybe they can crit here. Either way, Fury and Sword levels up a little bit more HP. That's across the board, and a bunch of gil for us to spend on things that we probably don't need, but we do want, so we will spend it. Ambush is a little bit annoying. I think we might... No, we'll save our MP. We'll just do normal attacks here. Actually, this should be fine. I want to do one more cure with Maria anyways. Self-destruct 1 missed. See, that is unfortunate. I don't know how one misses self-destruct. I guess you can technically miss it in Pokemon. But missing yourself with self-destruct, very unlucky for you, Balloon. Instead, we will blow you up ourselves. Cool, so now we're looking healthy. We've got an okay amount of MP. Minwu should be able to keep us alive through basically any fight. But I have to remember that Minwu is actually like part of the party as a white mage. I guess I'm like mentally at the point where I'm assuming Minwu is not going to be part of the party for very long. I'd be very surprised. But I do like Minwu. Minwu's design's really cool. I think aesthetically, Furion and Minwu are my favorite designs so far. To be determined, though. We'll see a lot more, I'm sure. Just the blue and orange is kind of a cool combination. Cool, bunch of stats for Maria and Guy. Let's go over here and grab the thingy. It's monsters. The land turtle. I'm a little bit concerned this is actually going to be a little bit strong. I'm going to do normal attacks. I'm going to have Cure with Minwu, which is Cure 7. Holy guacamole. Okay, this is the strongest enemy in the game, unfortunately. Alright, like, kind of unironically, though. What do we do? What do we do? I mean, we might be able to kill it, is what I'm thinking right now. As long as it doesn't have AoEs, we should be able to have Minwu heal a bunch. Thunder hits it for 48. I'm going to assume it has about 250 health. Following that logic, we should be able to kill it in like 4 turns. If Minwu can keep healing and it won't crit, we should be good. I think Minwu might also have life. We need some crits from Guy to really speed up the process, though, unfortunately. You open the chest, you mess with the turtle. It's really how I'm feeling right now. We do have life, so we can revive too. Could try to debuff it. Let's actually try to debuff it if we can for a turn. Maria didn't take that much damage, so I'm gonna try to rock a debuff. We have Fury in here, we should take advantage of it. Hopefully it doesn't have magic attacks. I'm gonna assume that it can't do that at all. I don't want them to flee though. I guess Amnesia? I don't know what Amnesia would even do. Nice crit. There's a 15. That's what we were looking for. I don't know if it hit or not. It didn't say miss. Oh my god, please stop hitting 80s. We only have 2 more Thunders in the tank. This is gonna be a real tough fight without those. Guess we'll go for a single target cure again. What else do you have? Sap? We can reduce MP, but it might not work. I don't want you to flee. I assume that if you flee, we're gonna get gunked. Maybe we should have swapped at the start. That would have been a good idea. I thought Protect was a group thing. Oh no, we can do Group Protect, right? Yeah, we'll do Group Protect. That's probably a better idea. Unless it attacks before Maria, then we're cooked. Alright, never mind. We're the best gamers in existence, unfortunately, for the turtle. Some MP for Furion as well as magic up. Bunch of stats up. Is only 150 gil. A teleport tome. Sorry for complaining. I really need to like temper myself a little bit before I get to the point where they can be the cool thing. Heck yeah, it's really nice. I'll put that on Maria. We have a little bit of MP to spend on it as well. That was totally worth it. I guess I was just used to Final Fantasy 1 kind of giving you monsters in like a potion late game. Thank goodness for Minwu. I'm gonna feel really empty when Minwu's not here anymore. Surely Minwu doesn't stay with the party. It'd be too easy because Minwu is just like profoundly powerful. Or maybe we catch up to Minwu, I don't know. I hope we keep Minwu, but I don't think we will. I set up a YouTube thumbnail for this game, and Minwu is one of the 5 sprites that are like on the cover of the game. But I'm willing to bet the other 4 are the party. Because Minwu was not at the start, and I think Leon was. I think it was Leon at least. I'm kind of bad with names. I did keep the default names this time around as well. FF1 didn't have names for characters, so we just kind of hit random a few times and selected what was there, but these are the proper names for the characters. I made a big mistake playing through Golden Sun, where I named all of the characters in Golden Sun, so now if someone talks about Golden Sun, I seldom know who they're actually talking about because I named them completely different things. So I try to not do that in games traditionally. I think there is an appeal to naming characters sometimes. I wonder if they can actually land self-destruct, but it always misses. But for now, we're going to stick with the canonical names of the characters for simplicity's sake. Sweet, alright, we've got our Gale. We will move back over to what I presume is the boss, which is probably some cool knight guy that's way cooler than us. We'll just fight this normally. We have very little MP left on the offensive front, so I'm really hoping that the defense isn't that high. We can just crack through it with our normal damage. I feel like we've grown a lot as a team, power-wise. Something I want to check after this is I want to verify that we can use magic in the menu. I'm sure we can, but having Minwu top up the team before we actually go into that encounter will be nice. Perfect. Minwu still has about 9 or so casts left of Cure, so it's not too bad. The one guy's just named Guy? Oh yeah, his name's Guy. That's Guy. We like Guy. I don't think I'm creative enough to name a character Guy, to be honest. Sweet. Alright, we're all fairly healthy. Maria's missing 3 HP, but I think we're good. Guy gained some HP, and we apparently gained some gil according to the achievement behind me. I can't totally read it, but it's fine. Heh, rebels. Never thought I'd have to deal with your kind down here. Well, if you think you're getting mithril, you'd be right. My mithril blade straight through your heart. Oh, you're so cool. Dang it. Alright, we're ambushed, which doesn't make a great deal of sense since we walked up. I guess you did say that and then probably attacked us, so it makes a little bit of sense. Yeah, let's just go for attacks and stuff, I suppose. I'm gonna go for a shell in case you have magic. You probably don't have magic, but we're gonna do it just in case anyways. As well as a... Oh, berry is for elemental attacks and status elements. And a protect, cool. Okay, we're actually just like profoundly screwed. I don't think I have the MP to do this. That's a real problem. Hold on, I gotta really reach in the brain for this one. There's surely an answer hidden here. I could banish it to another dimension. That's an option. That could work just fine. Consider that I could banish it to another dimension. Any useful items? See, there could be, but I was like, I'm not gonna spend any of my stuff buying items. Buying weapons will be so much better. Oh, wait, this is good. Okay, that's fine. We'll try it again next turn. Okay, so Minwu just lost... Minwu just lost like 60 MP. That was probably the worst decision I could have made by a pretty significant margin. It does not get much worse of a decision than that one, let me tell you. Wow, that's rough. That's gonna be a toughie to come back from. Yeah, it's weird that Minwu's health didn't change. I'm guessing because Minwu's can't go past the maximum. I just healed Furion, but Furion died, and now I can't revive anymore. Alright, we really need teleport to land. That's kind of imperative now. As I've done literally everything as wrong as possible. Hold on. Some crits will also work from Guy. We're so done. I can't believe I played this. I can't believe I played this as badly as I did. That's really funny though. Holy moly. That was like the perfect cascade of really bad decision making. Like, we can potentially still kill it, but the odds have gone very low. Like, they have absolutely plummeted our chances of success. But it's not impossible, because what if we just land the teleport, simply? What if we just banish it to the Shadow Realm, and we have no problems? Consider that everything might just be fine. We have potions, too. Consider we got, you know, you may use a potion. Boom. 100 HP is a significant amount of HP. Okay, Guy's doing damage now. That's big. We can win this. We can win this. Do I use the last teleport? No, we need that to get out, because we're going to successfully win, and then we're going to teleport out. We're good. This is fine. Everything is so fine right now. We have so much time. The world is our oyster. Guy sometimes hits the boss, sometimes doesn't hit the boss. Maria doesn't hit the boss, so you know, we're just farming experience. There's nothing wrong here at all. This is a good situation that we're in. Do you think we can flee? Honestly, we should try to flee. I hadn't considered that fleeing could be an answer. He knows both three. He's too powerful. Whoops, don't row, don't row, don't row, don't row. I'm sorry. Oh, no. I might have yeed my last haw on this one. I was like, I'm so smart. Minwu will put the boss down to 295 health. That's a totally reasonable amount of damage to do. It might still be kind of reasonable. But it would be nice if we hit more than zeros. This is really funny. Oh, 12 is huge. 12 is huge. 12 is huge. If it is at 256, let's assume, or 295. Let's assume it's at 295. We need like 30 turns. I think we can do that. I think it's not impossible. It is a lot. It's a tall order, but I think it's doable. This is fine. Huge crit. Guy, you are such a game changer. Absolutely incredible. Built different. Okay, that's huge. We gotta hit there too, a 13. I'm also operating under the assumption that the boss's health was brought down to 295 and that worked literally at all. It might not have, but I'm going to go into the assumption of it because it makes me a lot happier to think that there might be a light at the end of this tunnel and not just like suffering. Come on. Big hits. Alright, cool. Alright, so Maria has unfortunately perished, which is unlucky, but not totally unexpected. Does slow our kill time a little bit, admittedly. Maria wasn't ripping damage, probably I'd say an average of like 2 damage a turn, but that's still pretty significant. Okay, please do not crit me. We agreed no critting at the start of this, which is why I've been hitting zeros on you, and you broke the rule and started critting. So don't do that, please. That's pretty big. A 1 is better than a 0. Okay, a 92 is actually quite scary too. Huge crit. Running the numbers right now, the boss dies next turn. We're good. There's no problem. I am out of potions currently. But I do want to just say, before I die here, that I fought the good fight. And we got pretty close, admittedly. Or we didn't get close at all, depending on how much health the boss has. We'll never really know. But now that I have nothing else I can do, we're just going to push the fast forward button and watch it play out. We're going to hope, we're going to pray. But, the dungeon was pretty cool. I'm kind of excited to see it again, to be honest. Oh my god, imagine that it died there. Imagine that last hit killed. This is the saddest thing that's ever happened to me. I can't believe I did that. That was so dumb. I was like, what if the boss has really strong magic? You know, this will probably like get Minwu back in business. That was rough. I'll admit that was a tough one. You auto-saved before the boss? There's no way you're that nice to me. Really? This game is way too kind. Can we actually kill it though is the question. I think the answer is probably yes. If we have like a bunch of heal magic, it's just gonna take a long time. I wish I saved more MP on Furion. That was a real blunder. Let me think. What else can we potentially change? I mean, we can rock the double shields. That might go crazy. It does a bunch of magic interference though, which seems like a bad stat to have. We could leave and come back with MP. I'm really weighing whether or not it'll be quicker to get back or not. It's actually quite far away from anywhere. Surely we try once more. It'll be much faster to just try once more. And just not gunk ourselves. Alright, well. We get through this fight, then we try once more and don't gunk ourselves. Probably. I probably should have taught the teleport thing to Minwu instead. Maybe Minwu had a better chance of landing it. Okay, you didn't get an ambush this time, which is fascinating, but that's fine. Cool. So we have exactly one thunder we can rip. Let's hold on to it for now in case we need it. I don't think we're gonna need shells. We're not gonna bother with it. I might try to just spam teleport and see if we get lucky with that one. Guy rips damage. We'll have to go. I can blink on everyone. I guess we'll start with that. Alright, that's good. We have another damage dealer now. Imagine Teleport 1 works though. If it works, it's gonna go crazy. Alright, let's not risk Furion dying turn 2. That would be real awk if that happened. I am gonna keep teleporting because I think it's our best way to solution, or our best solution to success here. Come on, teleport. It might just be impossible. Alright. You do a lot of damage to the top person. Let's be safe here. Let's defend. We'll go for another teleport. Did I ever set a protect? I didn't set a protect yet. We'll go back a few turns. We'll do a cure instead and then set a protect. There's protect. Hopefully with defend plus protect we won't get KO'd. Okay, huge. Guy actually just rips damage. Nobody told me Final Fantasy 2 was so much harder than Final Fantasy 1. I'm only kidding. It's not that bad. Alright, let's do another teleport, and then I think we'll save the last 3. Silence isn't too necessary. We can sap it. Probably not worth it. Everything else is just support. I could fear as well. Oh, you know teleport. Oh no, it might not be possible. We're getting a ton of damage now. Imagine the teleport lands though. Okay, I need to chill a little bit. That was a lot of damage. I still have a lot of healing items and a lot of turns to heal. As long as there's 3 people alive swinging, even if we're hitting at most, like, we'll say on average 20 damage a turn. That's still damage, you know? End of the day, it's better than doing no damage a turn. I think we need to be a little bit responsible with how we spend it, though. Ideally, the boss will spread its damage a little bit, so we can do an AoE heal to get the most out of our MP as well. Looks like Minwu can actually hit. I didn't realize Minwu could. I don't know if a defend will be enough, but I'll defend to be safe when someone gets hit. Hopefully that'll be okay to get us, like, through where they need to be to get healed. Perfect. Another heal, top off 2 people. 3 people even. That was a very value one. We got 4 more heals, 5 more heals in the tank, so we don't do anything else. Also hit a blocking target, which is big for us. Look, a 3 is a 3. It's not 0. Did 13 damage this turn, pretty significant. Minwu takes the hit, we keep going. That was a rough turn for the Pride. You know what, we need an emotional step up here, so I'm going to use my Thunder now. I was saving it for a rainy day where things went kind of bad. We're going to drop the Thunder now. This is going to hit like a 20, which is going to be pretty big. Okay, that was a huge crit in Minwu. Huge crit back, though, from Guy. 101! I don't remember hitting so hard last time. Furion, you've grown so strong. What happened? Definitely want to throw another heal this time. Things are getting a little bit spooky. We gotta be getting close now. There's no way this boss has, like, more than 30 more health. Next turn, we got him. Probably. How expensive is Swap? I could swap with Minwu as the final spell to get 7 more MP. Oh, I'm getting desperate. I'm thinking in a very desperate way, but that's okay, you know. Let's save some MP here and potion. Hopefully Maria doesn't take a big hit. If she does, that'd be really bad. Alright, next turn for sure. We're getting close. Clearly. Huge. The exact dodge we needed at that exact moment. It's dawning on me how silly this is. We're gonna get so much XP after this, though. Alright, Minwu's fine. We can swing another round. Huge crit. I missed Temper from Final Fantasy 1. Being able to buff up someone's damage was so nice. Alright, lesson learned. Do not spend all your MP when going through a dungeon that may or may not have a boss at the end. Because they might be really, really not susceptible to physical hits because they have a large suit of armor and a shield, which covers exactly, I'll say 15% of their entire body. Getting a little bit low on health now, so let's do another heal really quick. Not super low, but low enough where I think it's worth not risking. Huge hit, 10 damage. I wonder what kind of damage you're expected to be doing here. Surely it's got to be more than this. Good to know that buffs seem to last throughout the entire fight, though. Maybe another round of attacks for free. Easy every time. There was no doubt in my heart. I had a backup plan and a second backup plan. Everything was just fine. There was no issues. Holy moly, our experience. Thunder leveled up, Sword leveled up, Staff, Axe, and Staff all leveled up. Never been so happy to hear a victory fanfare before. Cool. Alright, so everyone gets a bunch of stats because that was a hard-fought battle. From the tankiest unit in any game ever. Found 1 Mithril in the chest. I guess it's just Mithril as a concept, maybe. Alright, and you know what? We saved 1 MP on Maria with teleport in mind. Let's teleport out of here. We need to bring the Mithril back a few towns, but how can we get back there quickly is the question. Can we go down the waterfall? Brutal. I mean, it's probably a good idea to prevent me from going down a waterfall, to be honest. Thinking about it, probably not don't load. Probably not the best plan ever to canoe down a waterfall. I wouldn't personally recommend it, but there are thrill seekers in the world. Like I said, I've never been on a roller coaster before. Maybe it's just like, Maria's like a sniff off of death, unfortunately. I'm really glad we didn't die there. You go down the waterfall, die, reload before the boss. My eternal purgatory. That is diabolical, to be honest. I like it. I didn't even consider that to be a possibility. But that would have been very funny. I wonder if this is typical. I would think about that when I'm playing through games. I'm like, do other people, like, experience this kind of nonsense I'm going through right now? This is a Miko exclusive thing? It's gotta be. There's no way people on average show up to the boss with no MP and go, oh boy, I'm hitting zeros, let's brute force it. But it worked out, so like, I don't know what to tell ya. It's just a gift I have. I'll protect here to use the rest of our MP up. Oh my gosh, I'm just really silently like, please don't give me some encounter that just gunks me right before I make it to town. Okay, it's 6 goblins. I think we can probably handle those at this point. We've been battle hardened by the one sergeant we fought. I wonder if that's the exact same sergeant that's in the town. If so, maybe we can get through parts of the town. Granted, we probably want to come with a little bit more magic and other things. We're back in Salamand. We can go heal up. Forgot it's Final Fantasy Friday. It sure is Final Fantasy Friday. But thankfully, it's Final Fantasy Friday literally all day, every Friday. So you can still embrace it. And there's a VOD too if you missed the start of the stream. Cool. Bunch of stats for us. Holy moly, our max MP is so high now. Thank you so much. We owe our freedom to you. Happy to help. Our husbands are back safe and sound. We have you to thank for it. Okay, they all say the same thing seemingly. I don't know if there's much more to do here. There's no way to cross the snow on foot. You'll need a snowcraft. Interesting. I heard that Yosef keeps his snowcraft hidden on the first floor of the cavern at Summit Falls? I seem to remember him saying there was a wall near a blue stone. No way. Really? I wonder if we could have gotten that earlier on. That's crazy. Take the mithril to Altair and give it to the princess as soon as you can. Alright, we'll do that for sure. I think we grab a few spells here. We're getting Final Fantasy Friday, frankly foolish. Love the alliteration. I say having forgotten almost every Final Fantasy Friday. It's fine. Let's buy a Life Tome, a Sap Tome, a Warp Tome, and a... I guess we don't need a Teleport Tome. It's weird being able to just have everyone learn white and black magic. It throws me off. Let's have a Warp on Furion to mix it up, and we'll keep Sap on Maria and Life on Maria as well, just to keep them, like, a little bit mixed. Teaching Life to a few people is probably a pretty good idea, too. Let me see. I kind of want to return to Summit Falls to go grab the snowcraft while we're here. It's a bit of a walk back, but let's go do it. Just while it's on the tip of my head, and then we'll go back to Altair and return that. But we may as well. I wish they said it ahead of time while I was there, but it's fine. I don't mind a bonus trip. Get some more stats as well. Granted, 8 goblins attacking is pretty significant of an investment of time that we can't really avoid in the ambush. Can you warp everyone? Can you teleport everyone too? Hold on. Fights just got a lot simpler. Okay, never mind. I thought we had figured out the cheat code. You can still fire to everyone at the end of the day. Maybe Warp and Teleport just need to kind of warm up a little bit. Maybe they just need to get to like level 30 and then they'll work. Actually, what is the top level? I think we've seen like bow 3 or something. I mean, we know Thunder at least goes to 4. Don't warp yourself, please. We need to be here and not warp back to some other place. I am going to spend my MP irresponsibly again because we're just dipping in for a second. Surely we don't need it later on. We have MP, we're meant to spend it. Or is it mana? Surely it's MP in Final Fantasy. Really says a lot about you as a person if the first thing you think about when it comes to a resource that is spent to use magic spells if it's MP or mana. I don't know what it says about you, but I'm sure it says something. They knew kind of crazy at that club. Very, very true. Did you listen to Bring Me to the Horizons, a repentant version of Count Your Blessing that dropped today? I have not listened to anything today. Except for Final Fantasy music, I guess, from playing Final Fantasy. Maybe a warp just doesn't work. We should get Minwu a second weapon thinking about it, or a shield. Here you go, Minwu, have a knife. Go do a crime. Okay, so surely the wall's to the right of the crystal, maybe? I don't know, we'll see. Teleport 2, this is gonna be big. Alright, never mind. But Warp 2 is gonna go crazy. It's just gonna be leveling these up so they're way more expensive to get out of dungeons and do nothing. A large stone blocks the passage. I've been had. I thought that we could have done something. Minwu's knife leveled up. We made it. Really? I wonder if there's something we can do here. Probably not. Heck. What does warp do compared to teleport? I think warp is one floor. Is it a teleport? Here I was thinking I was being all studious. Well, let's get back to Altair, which is a very, very long way away. But we can go over to Poft and take the boat down, which will save a little bit of time. Perhaps our best bet right now. Yeah, let's go around here to the north, and then we'll go over to Poft, take the boat, and then we'll go down and see what's going on in Altair, and if this mithril can be useful. Seems like you should be able to warp the stone away, Rude. You're so right, Fwib. Supremely messed up that we can't warp the stone away. Even though we're not... Did we get garlic? Oh, right. It's like... I was gonna say it's to clear stone. I don't know why. It's certainly not. It's dealing damage to the undead. I thought garlic was like a vampire-specific thing. Not like you can throw a clove of garlic at a zombie and it works, too. I guess I'm not that knowledgeable on it. Oh, I should be leveling warp and teleport still. In case it goes crazy. Plus we have the MP to do it anyways. We're gonna be going through a few towns, so may as well spend the time leveling up some spells. I think classically it's only vampires, yeah, but there's a lot of lore. Interesting. Imagine the moment we warp one of these. It's gonna go absolutely bananas. Garlic Jr. is the name of the first bad guys in original Dragon Ball. Interesting. I didn't know that. I can't believe we just give Minwu a knife and it just kind of works. Minwu is just built different. I know I've already kind of come to terms with the fact that we're not going to keep Minwu, but if we keep Minwu, I'll be happy about it. Here it is. Alright, never mind. I jumped the gun on the teleport. Okay, but warp leveled up and that's going to be big. Maybe this doesn't work at all. It could be one of those things where in older games, or maybe not necessarily older games, but there are some like Final Fantasies where you're better off not using debuffing magic at all because it does functionally nothing. I'm literally... Got him. Lamau, see ya, idiot. Sorry for getting toxic, but that happens to me when I teleport people to another dimension. Sweet, so now we can grab a boat here. Oh, the airship is also here. I forgot about the airship. Is the airship in every pub? Or is it just this one? But it's so expensive. I kind of want to ride it though for the sake of it. It's 700 gil, not in this economy, buddy. It's gonna be more expensive to stay here than stay in another town. It's 120, which is pretty significant, so we'll go stay somewhere else. Especially since we're about to take the, I have to pay for the boat first, whoops. Looks like you made it past the sergeant, nice. I'm also impressed I made it past the sergeant and I'm still not sitting there hitting zeros on him. Okay, warp is actually the coolest thing ever. Our new plan is to only level teleport and warp and nothing else. Because it doesn't matter if you can just one-hit everything. 32 gil plus the price this thing is almost certainly worth it. We have to go that way anyways. Shadow Realm gonna be full of goblins? That's a really fun thought. That's rough. You're just living your life in the Shadow Realm because it's peaceful and quiet there, and you figured it was better than trying to like live in the city and you wanted to get away from it all, and then suddenly a bunch of goblins start getting dropped on your house. Poor Shadow Realm denizens. Denizens? I don't know how to say that word. Surely it's denizens. Denizen sounds right to me. Okay, so we gotta keep heading all the way back. Probably should have just sucked it up and spent the 700, but I don't mind walking. Any spells here that we missed out on? Nope, we got everything. Alright, sweet. So we will walk back into the town accidentally. And then we will go down and go to Altair. Thank goodness we got a canoe so early. Saves a lot on travel time. I want to continue leveling up warp and teleport. I guess fire as well. I'm going to single target it though. Oh my god, it's actually starting to work now. It's level 2. I can't believe it. Beat him up, Minwoo. Left hook, right hook. Heck, I really wanted to see the warp animation and it was so pretty. Pixel artists are so talented. Alright, welcome to Altair. Let us see. Okay, Gordon has nothing else to say. Let's go into the hideout, which is in this building to my memory. We'll go deliver the mithril to the princess. The Empire also suffered heavy losses at the Battle of Fynn. They're building Dreadnought in Basque to compensate. What is the Dreadnought? The Empire sent the people of Basque to build the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought itself is a massive, heavily armed airship. Interesting. Got you some mithril. You found the mithril. Now we finally be able to fight the Empire on equal footing. Please take the mithril to Tobal, the town blacksmith. Soon we'll be able to use to make you some magnificent weapons. Okay, I don't remember where the town... Was the town blacksmith inside here? There's no way. What was over here? Was this the revive area or something? Alright, the king's resting here. I believe it's an empty room in the southeast, so we'll go outside. Surely it's outside somewhere, and I just didn't notice it. Could just be like the normal armory that they're referring to. I assumed it was a special building, though. Mithril, what's that? Does it taste good? It might. That's actually a really solid question. Ah, you must be Tobal. What could you want with me? I'm just an old man. Wild Rose. The Geezer Act is just a cover. My name's Tobal. I'm the best darn blacksmith in the rebel army. Oh, Tobal. If I had some mithril, I bet I could make some mighty impressive weapons and armor. Buddy, check this out. Ho ho, that's mithril. I've been waiting for the chance to work with this metal for as long as I can remember. Alright, leave the rest to me. Swords, armor, you name it. I'll start crafting. It's been too long since I let my hammer ring. Is there going to be one piece of mithril per armor? Is it actually giving us stuff, or is it just stuff for, like, the army? You can buy equipment I made over at the shop counter. This will keep my hands full, I'll tell you that. Wait, what? I gotta buy it? I mean, at least it's, like, affordable. Like, what? You can stay at that one inn for 2 nights, or you can have a mithril knife. That's pretty big. We'll grab 2 mithril maces. We haven't really messed with spears yet. I'm curious if we should. There doesn't appear to be anything Like, no mithril axe, I should say. Let's grab 2 spears. They have more accuracy than swords. Knives have the most. Sure, you know, we'll do 2 spears and put those on Guy, and then we'll do 2 swords in there. We'll grab a mithril knife so we can give it over to Minwu, because Minwu absolutely loves having a knife. Here you go, Minwu. Boom. Oh, that's a significant damage upgrade. Holy guacamole. Wow, that's actually, like, enormous. We can probably go successfully fight that guy now. Sometimes like there's work to be done, but you don't sell any armor, do you? Apparently not. Alright, well, we're geared up now. We now know about the Dreadnought being made in a town. I think it was to the east of where we were before, but I don't totally remember. It's probably very cheap to stay here. Are we healed up right now? We might be. We're like slightly down on MP. Assuming it's like 2 gil or something, we'll stay. 13, that's fine. We can afford that. We don't need it, but it's so inexpensive. I don't see a reason to not just do it while we're in the neighborhood, basically. Alright, let's head over to... I guess we'll talk to the princess again really quickly before we head out, but I have a funny feeling I know where we're going. The Dark Knight overseeing the Dreadnought's construction was most capable. Fortunately for us, he's tending to other matters now. The theft of Mithril has likely knocked the Empire off balance. I would like you to journey to Bask. Alright, we have a man in Bask. He's found his way to reach the Dreadnought. I want you to destroy it. At the very least, find a way to delay its completion. Alright, cool. Let's go to Bask. I believe Bask was to the east of Pump, but I don't remember entirely. Perhaps we can ask someone about Bask to find out for sure. Having heard all these names, I've really like drawn blanks on where things are. There is something over there on the east side. Can I use my mouse? There we go. Like over here. I don't know if it's a town or not, though. It is the shape that would contain a town, so I'm going to guess that's where we're going. It's roughly where I'd expect it to be, too, from my memory. Of what people have said, for the record, I haven't played this game before. Oh yeah, this is fine. Just get the warps and teleports going. We'll ramp them. I imagine the success rate goes up based on the level of it, which means no reason to not just rip them. Guy is starting to get some nice MP as well, and just got fire leveled up till level 3. Let us go rent a boa. It's a shame that you can't use... I think I would pay for the airship if it was to get to a new town, you know? But it seems like you have to know the town ahead of time to get there. So I'd rather pay the 32 for the boat. It's a lot faster. I know before I was like, well, we could just walk there, but now, like, it would be a long walk for how cheap it is. Beforehand, Gil was a lot tighter, but now we're kind of gillionaires, so it's fine. And we're definitely gonna warp here and teleport. I can feel it. I knew it. See you never. Oh my god, we hit both even better. It's such a cool spell. Granted, we're only landing on goblins specifically. Yes, more goblins in the Shadow Realm. I identify that. It's probably a problem for someone, but not a problem for me right now, because I'm not going to the Shadow Realm, hopefully, unless that happens, at which point we'll deal with it then. We can always warp the goblins back to the normal realm if we end up in the Shadow Realm for some reason. Always a solution. Oh nice, we got 2 that time. Perhaps I should switch Guy over to doing AoE magic for fire, but I'm thinking this is a better way to train everything. A really interesting concept though. At the very start of the game, you really could just train like for like an hour or 2 on like some low level things and just get really strong. It's very interesting. Oh, Guy should be swinging out now too. Guy has new spears, so we're gonna... Interesting. So I'm guessing that there is 2 versions of poison. I saw that it was called venom before. I'm guessing this is poison, and poison persists in the world, and venom doesn't. Interesting. I guess that's a nice way to balance it out, so that you can have enemies that have the poison effect but aren't so treacherous. That's definitely the Dreadnought being made. It's gotta be. So this is certainly where we want to be right now. I have spent an irresponsible amount of MP coming over here, but surely in the town itself we can heal up. Smile. I wonder if warp's ratio changes if it's an AoE or not. Might be more common single target. The Dreadnought looks very steampunk goofy for the scary name. It's true. Cool, teleport level up. I expected something more like evil. Like, I've been playing... Recently I played through Kirby Superstar for the NES. I think about, like, Meta Knight's ship. When is the Dark Knight coming back? At this rate, we're gonna fall behind schedule for sure. You're with the rebels, right? You gotta destroy the Dreadnought. You'll need a pass to board the Dreadnought. Alright, well, we'll look for a pass. Hopefully we can find one. Is this the church? Thought it was. Good to know where it is. No one is KO'd right now. Hopefully we'll keep it that way. Okay, so I'm gonna learn my lesson here. Is there any item to restore MP that we can buy? There are Phoenix Downs available. Elixir can certainly do it. Do you sell ethers? You don't. Huh, alright, well, I guess there is no way to cure it anyways. The elixir can certainly do it. Oh, there is ethers. They're just really expensive. Holy moly. Alright, I see you. I'm aware of your game. I'm gonna grab a bunch of potions and we're gonna go hit up the inn. We should definitely try to save up for some ethers though for situations like that. There is a rebel spy masquerading as an Imperial soldier. If you can get to him, I'm sure he'll have important information for you. What's this? Back to work. Work, I say. We finish even and 1 day sooner, my glory will be exponentially greater. Oh, shush, Borgin. 112 gil, very economic. I think nowadays 112 gil is not bad. It could be worse at least. I feel like Pomp was 200 or something. They're overcharging people there because it's a port town. Classic tourist trap activities. So we have fear, which is making them more likely to flee, which I'm less likely to do because I think fleeing them means we don't get loot, but I think that warping them means we do, maybe? I don't know. Basuna is cure status elements that wear off after battle. Esuna is just status elements when used in battle. And then silence is for inflicting silence. Can afford exactly none of those right now, but that's okay. General Borgin took command of things in Basque a short while ago. Things got much easier than they were under the Dark Knight. Stairs over there. It's hard to believe a bumbling idiot like Borgin can become general of the Imperial Army. You like my canoe? No one ever likes a canoe. Aha, you're one of us. I had to be careful what I did while the Dark Knight was here looking over my shoulder, but the great General Borgin is anything but. He's just a domineering blowhard. So you're the one they sent to destroy the Dreadnought. Don't worry, I'm on your side. There's an entrance to the sewers up ahead. It's the back way lane of the Dreadnought. Be careful. If they see us talking to them, they start to get suspicious, so I'm out of here. Good luck. Thanks, buddy. We are low on resources right now. I'm gonna quickly dip out of town and save, then we'll go into it. Silence does seem kind of nice. Assuming they're gonna be spellcasters, of course. Alright, let's dip down here and see what's going on. Apparently a battle. Okay, so I'm going to be responsible this time, and I'm not going to blow all my MP. Now, I don't think there's going to be a boss in here, for the record. But we should train with the new weapons anyways. Oh, I really like how the weapons look. Guy right now has level 1 proficiency with spear, so it's going to be very difficult for Guy to land any hits, so it's important to get some training with that anyways. Looks like loot above us, so we'll do that. Holy moly, Maria is so strong. Alright, Furion's also incredibly strong. Guy needs to catch up, but Guy's doing just fine. Proficiency 2 with the spear will be nice. A longsword? I don't think we need it. Like, we got mithril stuff, right? Yeah, mithril stuff is just so strong. It almost feels like that should be an optional thing to do, but we had to do it. I want to rematch with the Sergeant. I hope the boss of this dungeon is also Sergeant. And we also hit zeros on them, but I have MP this time. Alright, sweet. Getting a lot of physical combat stats. Nice to have. Probably assess the map pretty soon, see which way the proper path is, because I don't want to get too lost in the sauce down here. Alright, sweet. Northwest is fine. So we don't want to go there. Looks like the rest of the path is just go down and around. I hope there's not too many, like, hidden walls. Boss is gonna start by silencing all your casters. My purgatory continues. The Sergeant grows stronger and stronger. I really like the color they picked for mithril in this. I was gonna say there's no a longbow. Wait, the longbow's gonna be buns though, isn't it? Yeah, it's still buns. I don't know. Maybe bows are better than I give them credit for, but like 5 attack versus like 400,000 attack, which is what I think the mithril maces have. Like, I don't know. It just feels like there's a difference in numbers. And don't look it up because it's definitely 400,000. Granted, if we get more proficiency with it, we get the value of being on the backline and taking half damage. Okay, so we have a maze going. It looks like we're gonna go right and then up, and then we're good to go until the very end. Is it hot cross buns? Because I can play a mean hot cross buns on the recorder. Recorders are crazy. I haven't thought about one in years. Glad you still got it though. I envy that. There's a point in life where you have to decide if you want to become a leg eater or a vampire thorn. If you happen to be a weird snake abomination thing. So you don't have to, but like, if you were in that position, you would have to make the choice. Actually, I lied. I do not still got it. Bummer. The reality we must all face eventually. I really wish we had like Dia or something. Oh wait, did they say that we can just cast Cure on zombies in this game? There's no way. I should test it. I could have sworn Dia was a thing, but Minwu doesn't have it, so it's possible it might just be holy magic on them. I know they said if you sap on a zombie, it reverses the effect. I don't remember exactly what the other person said though about it. It might just be casting Cure though. We should try it. Oh, hello. Dark Knight, you're too late. The Dreadnought is complete. I just showed up. I've been working behind the scenes to see the project to its completion. End your resistance. Kneel before your Emperor. This is the only alternative I left to you. Consider what I've said. When the time comes, we'll meet again. Heh, looks like you came all the way for nothing. See for yourselves. I kind of want to see what's in that room first, though, if we can go back there and check. No? Okay, that's fine. I don't care that much. Oh, that steam looks so cool. Alright, your Dreadnought's kind of cool, I guess. Okay, don't do that with the Dreadnought. Okay, that escalated a lot quicker than I thought it was gonna. I was like, okay, cool, we gotta board the Dreadnought, do a fight or something. No, they just like blew up a few towns. Now it's personal. I like those towns. They had reasonable in prices. It was so tanky. Alright, what the heck's going on in here? That's mean. It is mean. I feel like the pass is a little bit, like, late. They must have docked it somewhere. We can probably sneak on and still destroy it. There's no reason we get a pass otherwise. Okay, I should have used MP instead. I was thinking there'd be a boss fight here. Alright, we'll just fight normally because before I left. Keep it simple. I can't believe they did that. So rude. What is this? Oh, in case you don't have teleport? They're really nice with that in this game. Alright, what do people in town have to say about what just happened? The Dreadnought, we're doomed. They finished the Dreadnought, the world we know is over. It does seem to be quite powerful. You have to tell Princess Hilda the Dreadnought's been completed. She may know how to stop it. Dreadnought's headed for Poft. Maybe it's already too late. Poft has like really expensive in prices though. If you talk to Sid, you might know where Dreadnought's weakness is. Alright, so we want to talk to Princess Hilda and Sid. I don't remember what the spells were here. Let's check really quick before we get on the road. Here, Basuna and Isuna. I do want Isuna and Basuna. We'll hold off on Veer and Silence for now. We might come back around later. But being able to clear poison in case we lose Minwu at some point would be really nice. Alright, well, I guess we'll go take the boat back now? Surely we'll be able to heal again. I'm gonna go back to leveling up Warp and stuff on the way. Although Guy should probably stick with using Spears thinking about it. I don't know if the Fire is as important to level up as Spear is for Guy, because Guy is already really good at doing... I mean, Fire 3 is already like fairly high, but our Spear is not so good. I'm gonna set up so that we're gonna train basic attacks instead with Guy. There we go, it's better. Cool. Almost got to level up with the spear. I love Minwu. Doesn't use many words, but does in fact beat them to death with a club. Heck, I want Warp to land so bad. Maybe it's more efficient to level a weapon's proficiency by having, like, an offhand one. So we can still have, like, a decent weapon. Alright, we're in Poft now. They haven't attacked Poft yet. Let's rent the ship and let's just go. Does seem like an urgent time where we shouldn't be lollygagging too much. You talk to Sid, who's not here. Wait, was Sid in Poft? Heck, I think Sid was in Poft. Right? I feel like Sid was totally in Poft. Let's go back to Poft really quick. I'm pretty sure that's where Sid was, and then we were supposed to speak to him about the Dreadnought, so we might have to learn a term there. If we do, we should learn the term first, then swing back down here. Because it might be necessary to use that term to talk to Hilda. It also might not be, but I think Sid was in Palm. Heck, I always walk out of the palm. Because you, like, walk into the right, so surely you should walk right, but you gotta walk left. Oh, Palm did get attacked, never mind. What you want to do is blow up that thing's engine. You do that and you can bring down the whole overgrown tub. Alright, well, that does make sense to take out, like, the engine. I thought it might be like a keyword or something, but you know what? We might have had to learn it anyways. Let's go take the boat, then we'll go to Princess Hilda. Explain what's going on. Hopefully we can find the Dreadnought somewhere too. Minwu needs a better main hand weapon, thinking about it. The Mithril Dagger is almost certainly much stronger than the normal club. Or staff. I think it's a staff at least. Yeah, what's the difference? They're basically the same thing. Alright, so it's southwest of us. Hopefully the town's doing okay. I mean, obviously it's not going to be doing great, but it'd be ideal if it was as less bad as possible. As good as possible? It's probably better than less bad. Look, sometimes speaking is just not something I can do. It's just a skill that totally eludes me. Okay, Guy's levels are getting good enough now. I think Guy can go back to learning fire magic. Hopefully. Yeah, it's level 4. I think 4 is where our accuracy gets good enough. We got warp level 3 from that fight as well. Looks like everyone retreated to the headquarters, so hopefully everyone's fine. I saw no one in town and got worried. Many were wounded in the Dreadnought's attack. The shock even caused my father's to take turn for the worse. I hate that my father has to see this. He knows his death is near. Oh no. Thank you, Minwu. All those who live must someday die. It is our fate. Still, it's my duty as the White Wizard to ease the pain of those who suffer. I shall remain here and devote myself to the care of the wounded. I take my leave of you. Minwu, thank you so much for your time in the party. You were completely paramount in our success. Keep up the good work. The fate of the world rests on you, Firion. Waste no time destroying the Dreadnought. Minwu left the party. Minwu kept the Mithril Dagger. Oh no, there it is. Okay, I was like, it would have been fine, but it would have certainly been interesting. So, how are we supposed to fight something so terrible? I know how to fight it so terrible. But where is it? Alright, well, we were instructed to go beat it up. Unfortunately, Hilda did not have much advice for us, like we were hoping. King's illness goes far beyond physical. There's little I can do. Dreadnought's massive airship, it is likely they both function on the same principle. Sid gave up all he had for his airship, his rank, his honor, his family, everything. So many persons Dreadnought's attack, probably best we surrender to the Empire. Don't say that, buddy. It'll be fine. Just put on some soaps, play some gachas on your phone, kick back, relax in bed, and we'll take it from here. Is the inn still running is my first question. It is. 78 gil, it was like 3 when we showed up before. I do understand that you probably want more gil to pay for repairs to the building, as well as like the rest of the town, so I'm not gonna be mad about it because it does kind of call for it. Where the heck is it? The king strikes me as a Candy Crush kind of guy. It makes sense. That does track. Let's check with the people inside of the headquarters to see if one of them knows where the Dreadnought might be. The man in Pop named Sid who might know the Dreadnought has any weaknesses. Sid was the first person ever built an airship, and the Dreadnought's really nothing but a big airship, right? We learned this already. Prince Gordon's disappeared. I wonder where he could have gone. I'm scared, reasonably so. Please, Lord, save our king. Out there, I wasn't spared in the Dreadnought's assault. Lucky for us, the hideout was unharmed. Townspeople were taking refuge in here. We have to destroy this Dreadnought. The casualties will only mount. Stay here until you return. Everyone who's dead outside, everyone who is outside is dead. Dreadnought attacked, but at least our hideout is still safe. Okay, well, it was traveling to the west, so my brain logically says we should go west. I think, at least. But maybe not. It attacked Palm. Like, let's look at the map. So it came from Basque, it attacked Poft, it hit Palum, and it hit Altair, right? Where else would it be going? Oh, maybe they parked it in Finn? That could be. That would make a lot of sense if they parked it in Finn. Or near Finn. Aw, I miss Minwu. Having an empty party slot's like really getting to me, I don't know why. Alright, these goblins are unwarpable, and that's messed up. Maybe this warp and teleport plan was kind of dumb, but maybe not. It's starting to feel like it's a little bit dumb. Like it's got the makings of a dumb decision. But then it works sometimes. It's like gambling, basically. And then you like finally get something and you're like, all right, now everything's good. Did you get hit as well? Catriel looks fine. All right, I mean, that's cool. I don't see a reason to not stay in town when we've already like wasted some MP leveling up skill. So we'll do that whenever we swing past one, I think. I don't see the airship here. Let's save MP in case we need it. There's like the secret area underneath. I don't think that's gonna be right either. There's no way they docked the Dreadnought back in the same town. It doesn't make any sense. Castle Finn is still inaccessible. Maybe I have to go back to Sid to hit like a trigger to get the Dreadnought to spawn somewhere? It could be, but I'd be surprised. Let me go to the pub again. Maybe the pub is a solution. I don't think we're strong enough to fight these enemies yet because they were hitting, I think, like 500s on us. Maybe there's a lot less though, but I think it was like 500. I'm guessing the hideout's gonna be empty though. I just don't know why, like, I get it. Monsters, evil, hanging out in town. Surely the guards are a little annoyed that there's just like a bunch of giant hornets everywhere. Like, I would not be thrilled. Putting myself in the position of someone who's like part of the evil empire, I would not be happy with giant hornets everywhere. The ambush is a little bit annoying, but we'll be fine. Maybe the hornets paid the guards off. That's crazy. What they pay with? Honey? Surely. Do hornets make honey? Paid off with honey. All right, we're leaning into honey. I was gonna say Gil, but I like honey better. All right, they're paying in honey for sure. They only spread evil and despair and honey on bread, I guess. Do people have honey on bread? Heck, it's empty. I had a funny feeling it was gonna be empty, but I was optimistic. Looks like we can't teleport from here. I'm gonna try to fight one of them. No, there's no way. I think we go back to Sid. I think that's our best bet. Sid has been mentioned a bunch. There might just be a trigger we have to hit after talking to go talk to Sid afterwards. That's my assumption. I could be wrong though. Try the dancer. Is there a dancer in this game? No, you're messing with me. There's no dancer in this game. Is there? There's no dancer. You're messing with me. But the dancer didn't really help in the first game anyways. From Dark Souls 3? No, not the dancer of the Boreal Valley. There's just like dancers in Final Fantasy 1. I guess there's one of them that's like, go to this place, but most of the time she says, I don't know what's going on, good luck. I didn't think there was one in this game. I didn't see one at least. Either way, let's go over to Poft for now and see if Sid has anything else to say. Should be quick to get there at least. Having the canoe makes our travel so much nicer. Now you already had it mixed up? That's fine. Final Fantasy 1 and 2 are similar enough. Okay, I know about the engine. Airships are powered by Sunfire. Oh, I was really hoping it was gonna say, like, we could take it to the Dreadnought. Let's go take the airship. Let's go see what it does. Okay, it's not back in Basque, if nothing else. I was really thinking the princess should have said something. Wait a minute. Okay, so the airship lifted us upwards, right? So we're in the right spot, but our shadow is where the airship would have been. So our shadow is like 5 tiles underneath us. It's not like that big of a deal. We're not actually like floating over anything. But we got a little shadow that's decoupled from us. It's not a big deal, but it is peculiar. I guess I'll check more in here. I know what the weakness is, I just don't know where the Dreadnought is. They just flew off. Headed for Poft, or maybe it's too late. Okay, maybe we should check Salamad, actually. Because it's going for Poft, maybe it's going there next? That could make sense. Plus we're on foot now, so might as well. I thought it would fix as soon as we went into a map transition. It's funny that it doesn't. An airship ride fixes it. You can't enter a town before it flies off, or you get the weird shadow forever. Oh, interesting. So bizarre. I wonder how they never found that. We'll go back to training our magic a little bit. Heck, warp is so hard to land. I know teleport's probably like the same thing, but I want it to work. It's so cool looking. There we go. Another goblin for our goblin collection. No, don't flee. I need your loot. You need to be added to the goblin collection in the Shadow Realm. Please. Be reasonable. Dang it. I guess we got a spirit level up, which is cool. Oh, we got 2 more goblins for our collection. Alright, I feel better now. If I ever edit this for YouTube, I'm gonna make a goblin counter. I really have to imagine that there's something here. Did we see the ship on the map here? Honestly, our teleport and warp ratio is getting pretty good now. It's not bad. We're amassing our goblin army. Yeah, though, why are there so many goblins around? And why can I only seem to warp and teleport them? What's the lore reason for goblins being so warpable? Okay, Salamand wasn't attacked. Checking me about the Mithril still, so I'm guessing this is not the solution. Huh. Like, we could check with Yosef again, maybe. But Yosef didn't really have much to say, to my memory. Oh, maybe now that Yosef's kid's back? Looks like me to say my daughter thank you. That cowardly Borgin had been threatening Nelly to get to me. Maybe if there's anything I could do, let me know. What about the Dreadnought? As the Dark October construction is moving ahead faster than usual, it's already done, unfortunately. Alright, there's actually nothing you could do for me. We have already gotten our mithril. Thanks for saving me, don't worry about it, Nelly. Glad you're saved. Perhaps I have a special affinity for the Shadow Realm. That's kind of metal. Whoa. We can decouple our shadow even more. Presumably the airship can't reach the side of the map, and that's why? I don't know, it's so weird. What should we do? There's gotta be something. Please don't ambush me, goblins. Simply get in the bag and we'll all be good. Look, you have two options. One, enter the goblin dimension. Two, guy pokes you. There's no in between. Okay, they took the goblin dimension very happily on that one. You want to take some running around? Sure. I'm sure I missed something someone had said. Hey, we got a soldier this time too. I want to take the airship again to fix our bug. We could heal up to here too, but I think the healing price was very big. You're right to talk to Sid, you are so right. Did I say the wrong thing to Sid? What up, Sid? I know about blowing up the engine. Airships are powerful. Oh, I need to learn Sunfire! It made the sound, I didn't put it together. Heck. I should have realized that before. Controlling Sunfire is tricky, but I appreciate it, Lucario Zealot. Let the flames get too high, you'll get a runaway in your hands. The engine will blow sky high. Heck, I didn't realize Sunfire was a thing. Now I can go tell that to Hilda. No, like, the Final Fantasy Sid is always CID. I mean, I guess it's not always, but most times it is. Sometimes it's even Sydney. I just paid for the boat. I wasn't thinking about it, so now we have a boat and an airship primed up. I like that the same rules for landing apply to this airship, where it's a red shadow if you can't land there. Hey, I'm gonna wait for it to leave. And now my shadow should be mine again, hopefully. I guess I don't normally have a shadow. Perfect. I can't believe I missed a word. I'm not used to the keyword thing. It's a really cool concept, though. I like it. I just wasn't thinking about it. Cool. Let's go over here then. Sunfire is the crest of the Kingdom of Kashuan. Its flame still burns on the ground floor of Kashuan Keep. Scott and Gordon told me many stories concerning the flame. The finer points of the tale are not known to me. However, I seem to recall that the flame cannot be held by just any torch. Sid told us that if we might be able to use Sunfire to destroy the Dreadnought. There's no time to waste. You must depart for Kashuan Keep at once. If you hire Sid's airship, the journey should not take long. Leaves only one question: what can you do to bring the Sunfire back? That does leave a question. Also, where's Kashuan Keep? Also, can you give me some gil? I just spent it all to come here. Also, Sid's little taxi thing would work a lot better if it was in every town. But it's fine. We're not sweating it. Yeah, you mentioned Sunfire earlier, you just kept playing. Yeah, I noticed that I did. I didn't think about it in the moment. But after seeing it again, I was like, nuts. I gotta be more careful with them. Another goblin. Oh, I paid for the boat on one side, not the other. We're getting so good at teleporting and warping. Surely they'd have something there to transport Sunfire with Stone and Sunfire. That does make a great deal of sense. One would hope. Teleport level 4. This is my new favorite way to play the game. Granted, when we fight a boss, unless we can teleport it, we're absolutely cooked. But I really like the concept of it. So we'll pay for a ship here. I believe that I have put the boat in Poft by paying for it. So now the boat is sitting in Poft, so I have to go leg it up. You don't like Toad, but do you like teleport? I guess. I mean, with the mindset of like me putting them in a little pocket dimension for later, it does make it appealing. Oh, what? They just turn into frogs and sit there? Actually, does the fight end if you toad them all? I just want to collect goblins, alright? I'll admit it. I didn't know I wanted to collect goblins before today, but now I realize that I do. If that's wrong, I don't want to be right. Basically, flee while toaded? Yeah, but if they flee, you don't get loot, right? So this is economic. Unless maybe you do, but I don't know if you do. Imagine the princess kisses Toad, then bam, chaos comes in. That would be quite the twist. Certainly. What if it's Toad from Mario and he does something weird? What if? That's a really good question. What if it's Toad from Mario and he does something weird? That's why we gotta be careful with Toad. I remember one time someone sent me a YouTube video. It was a long time ago. I don't even remember the song. But it was like Toad. It was like a YouTube channel of someone doing Toad voice and singing songs. And I was like, this is deranged. I like it. But it was a long time ago, like probably 4, 5, 6 years ago. I guess I haven't thought about Toad in the past 4, 5, 6 years, maybe. That's like the most recently loaded memory. Alright, so I'm hoping it's cheap to get to where we need to get to. They seem to imply that you could take the airship there, but I don't know exactly where there is. Oh, Kashwan. Looks like your purse is a bit late. Oh, that's fine. Toad always freaked me out for some reason. He's probably just a normal guy, though. Honestly, though, you gotta follow your vibes. Alright, let's just grind a little bit. Apparently we need some gil, which is a little bit embarrassing. It's like 400? We must be close, right? Oh, we're not really close, but it's fine. If we fight a big group of enemies, it'll be a bunch. Oh no, I'm wasting goblins! I know there'd be goblins here. I probably should have, since there's goblins literally everywhere. They're the most bountiful resource in the land. There we go. At least we got a few of them. Kind of crazy, like, magic, by the way. Like, you just start your adventure, you're, like, kind of proficient in a sword or an axe, perhaps. And then they're like, alright, here's this stone. You use this, and there's just a solid chance you're gonna tear a massive hole in reality and drop someone through it. It feels a little irresponsible to sell for so cheap. Like, that's the same price as an airship ride. Maybe I'm being a buzzkill with it, but I don't know. I'm just thinking about the potential problems that come up. I'm a very forward-thinking person when it comes to that kind of stuff. It's called crippling anxiety. Warp gets up to 4, Spear catches up to 6. It looks like our Spear might not be able to go any higher. It might be locked at 6 against these enemies. I don't really know how it works. Or 6 is the cap, perhaps, as well. Oh my god, that's so many goblins. Thank goodness. No more. One more goblin? Oh my god, we got 4 out of 5 goblins. This is my favorite way to play a game. I didn't realize this would be possible, and I'm so glad it is. I don't think stuff like this works in 3. I feel like in Final Fantasy 3, like a lot of spells are kind of rough when it comes to that, but maybe I just didn't spam them enough. Maybe when I was young, I wasn't adventurous to just kind of like send it on a spell. So the concept of leveling a spell gives me hope that most spells will be useful in this. Do I have enough? I do, okay, I didn't check. I believe 16 is the cap, but there are diminishing returns for weakening enemies and vice versa. Interesting. Makes sense. Alright, let us go pay for the airship to Kachuan. We have to remember, though, unfortunately, we paid for the boat here. Should I take the boat and then walk back up here so the boat's no longer here? No, that's dumb, probably. But I've already paid for the boat. No, I shouldn't do it. We'll leave the boat here. Surely it'll be useful eventually. That's 32 gil we'd be wasting, and we have to walk back, so I don't know. We'll just take the airship. 32 gil is kind of a lot for me right now. I know I was like talking smack about how like wealthy I was. Turns out I was wrong. Oh, Kachuan keeps like a whole dungeon. Alright. Let's do it. Maybe I shouldn't be spamming warp and teleport, but man, I'm so tempted to. Like, the goblins could have soldiers to play with. Ah, man. So rough. They're gonna be so disappointed that I don't have anything for Christmas this year. Maybe we can find something else to teleport. We should probably save our MP, though. We definitely learned our lesson. The Sunfire blazes brightly. Ah, you know what? I bet you we'll find an item here to go grab the Sunfire with. That must be it. Perfectly logical. Door is locked? Eh? Did I, like, forget the key? They probably put it under the mat, actually. I guess you probably could have come here whenever. Maybe not. I don't know how far away this is. Heck, we're so bad at teleporting people here. Never mind, we're so back. But I'm a little bit concerned. That's the only door. Alright, the Sunfire's hit me with question marks. Surely there's something around here that can get us a key. This place is really fortified by mountains. No one said anything about a key. Or maybe one of the NPCs did and I just didn't remember it. Surely there's a key in here. There's no way there's no key in here. Am I coping? There's no way I'm coping. I wouldn't do that. I don't cope. I should probably switch over to doing normal attacks like I said before. Just in case we need a bunch of MP. We probably won't. Let's get through fights consistently at least. Unless they're goblins, of course, then we'll try to warp them. Is this something? What about going through here? Aw, nuts. Nobody told me there was a key to the castle. Alright, fine. We'll go figure out the key somehow. I mean, you're doing a great job of finding progress so far. I would not personally agree with that statement. But I do appreciate it. Like, clearly everything is on level here. Where the heck is the key? Let's just wander around a little bit. Perhaps there's a town or something somewhere and someone knows where the key is. I don't think I'm doing that bad, but I have gotten stuck a lot. But I also got stuck a lot in FF1, and when I was young I got stuck a lot in FF3, so it's really not that big of a deal. I forgot who Hilda mentioned, George or something. Did Hilda say there was someone who had a key on nuts? For some reason, I thought the keep was like disconnected from a town. Like, my brain had it so that the keep itself was completely separate, but maybe it wasn't. She said so-and-so and also other guy knows more about Sunfire than me. Alright, that's fair. I might be beating the reading comprehension allegations today. Maybe. Maybe not, though. We're getting some, like, experience and stats out of it. I mean, I guess we're not technically getting experience because our characters don't level up at all. Very strange. Alright, let's think. Move our big ol' white gloved hand away. I don't see what would be a port town. There's something down here, but it's in the mountains, so I'm gonna say it's probably inaccessible. There could be something in this area here. Like a town that we just can't see on the map. I don't see another town. My best guess is up here. I don't think there's one over here. Let's go up and around, maybe. At least the music's really, really good. Oh my god, a preemptive strike. Hold on. Free goblins. Heck. Some of them just don't want to come home. Goblin count is climbing, so true. Alright, nothing over here. Okay, I'm having like a bit of a flashback, kind of. Hilda did something to the effect of like, you take the airship, you'll be there in no time, right? What if Hilda was referring to something nearby and I just kind of mentally glazed over it? I can't believe Vampire Thorn and Goblin are the two, like, species of enemies in this game. That's crazy. I guess it's Leg Eater traditionally. I gotta stop spending my MP, I'm being dumb. There's totally a town over here, I can feel it. Oh, but there's goblins. Alright, one more. Like, this is worth it. Alright, that's enough. You know, we got a few goblins. Alright, we'll try once more. There we go, bonus goblins. I said it was enough, and it was enough, but we just got some more for the road anyways. So there you go. Goblins get, we did it. That's rude. Please do not ambush me. There's totally something over here that, like, the size of this. Oh, there's goblins though. It's too late. We've already killed a few of them. There's totally a town over here. 100%. If there's not, it is the most missed opportunity for a town ever. Alright, maybe there's no town here. There's a nice little forest, which is kind of like a town for, like, bugs and animals, if you think about it. Goblins probably live there, too. Heck. Maybe the key was there and I was just dumb. There's no way the key was there. The key could have been there, though. There's no chance it was. But what if it was? It wasn't. Maybe in a century or two there would be a burgeoning port town. Oh, I like that. That's so optimistic. I hope so. I'm rooting for the port town of Goblinton, which is a name I just came up with no inspiration at all. Alright, so my plan is we're gonna go back to this town because it's kind of nearby, and we're like, hey guys, you heard of Sunfire? And they'll be like, oh, Sunfire, yes, here's the key to the Sunfire dungeon. I'll be like, thank you very much for the key to the Sunfire dungeon. Also known as the Sungeon. Located near Goblinton. In a century or two. So is Gil like a concept? Because like these enemies drop a bunch of Gil, right? But they're just like normal bees? I don't know why bees would have Gil, I guess. I guess I could have taken them off people. At least we can heal up here, get some stuff back. Why do we enter in the top of the town? Alright, fine. Okay, so the world is over. There's like nothing here. That's fine. The important thing is we can heal up and continue to wander. $299 Gil? I can almost buy an airship for that price. You out of your mind? My goodness. I was really disappointed. At one point I saw a video talking about, I don't even know if it was a video, just something I read. But if you get enough money, it's like 1 million or 10 million Pokebucks or whatever in Pokemon Red. They normally charge that much for a bike, but if you have that much, they still don't sell it to you. That was a bummer to learn. Would have been cool if they put something in. There's no reason to, because there's no reason to expect a player would do that. Heck, I'm kind of at a loss here. Dang, really? Such cameras? Yeah, it's super messed up, right? They'll just be like, you don't have enough Gil, or Pokebucks, whatever they're called. Surely they're called Pokebucks. There's no way they're not Pokebucks. I guess we'll saunter back down there. Kind of at a loss right now. Maybe we need to use the Sunfire keyword somewhere else. But where? Was there anyone else relevant we could talk to in town? I assume they're all going to say the same thing. There's someone important here, right? Ah, right. It was the imposter person, but they left. You should talk to Sid. I talked to Sid. I know what the weakness is. Thank you so much for telling me that, though. Did I have to talk to Sid again? There's no way, because I had to talk to Sid once to go... Whoops, to go talk to Hilda. We have so much MP now from warping and teleporting. I love it. It is a really interesting way to actually like level your characters though. It makes sense. You do things, you get experience for that thing you're doing. Holy warp success rate, lucky us. I have a feeling we're gonna walk back there and there's nothing to do there. I could go back to Sid since the people in this town are really hammering to go to Sid, but I think that's just what they said before. Sid's all the way over there, so Sid's not that far. I guess I'll walk back to Poft. Poft is my next best guess. I think going all the way back to the other place is dumb because we can always take the airship there. It's probably better to go to Poft and poke around a little bit. At least we got the go-ahead to go there for the Sunfire. Heck. Missing all of our warps and teleports makes the fight a lot slower when it's the 8 of them, though. It is good experience, presumably. I think it's worth it anyways. We're gonna have like warp 21. And they're gonna be real worried about stuff. We're also gonna have like 400,000 goblins too. Everything will be great. 190 base MP is really nice. Hey Sid, I'm back. I know, you just gave me a ride in your airship. I'm not looking for a refund, but a refund would be appreciated. However, I'm mainly curious about how you get into this keep I couldn't enter. If you can help me with that, that'd be really nice. If you couldn't, then I would like a refund, actually. Yes, I'm hoping for a refund. Controlling it's a tricky business. Sometimes do I let the... You gotta run away and the engine will blow... I know the engine will blow sky high. Where the heck do I get a key? I mean, maybe I don't need a key. Second thought, maybe I just need a torch. Like, maybe I'm not meant to do that dungeon yet. There's no way, though, right? I could have missed something Hilda said, too. Leave it to Final Fantasy games so we can feel a little bit dumb. At this point, I just feel like brute forcing talk to anyone with a name. That's kind of what I'm debating right now. I'm taking the boat. That's how desperate I'm getting. I mean, on the other hand, we are going to warp so good going forward. We're going to warp and teleport like nobody's business. We're going to warp so hard, we're going to leave the dungeon twice. It's going to be great. I guess teleport would be that one, but that's fine. Okay, please don't offer me a ride. Oh, it's gonna be so satisfying when we warp the entire group sometime. Unfortunately, leg eaters are really tough to warp because they're busy eating legs and not warping. Otherwise, they'd be called warpers. Holy cow, Guy's doing like 500 damage. I didn't really put together how strong Guy's gotten. Okay, so we're in Altair again. I didn't know that about leg eaters. It's an interesting fact. What was this building? I don't remember. Is this just the church? It is. Bonus prelude. Hey, Princess Hilda, I know you sent me to that place I forgot the name of. Oh, Father's condition has improved a great deal thanks to Minwu. Did something new happen? Sunfire has across the kingdom of Kashuan. Its flame still burns on the ground floor of the keep. Scott and Gordon have told me many stories. However, I think Scott is missing right now. Or Gordon is missing, sorry. Fire points of town not known to me. Seem to recall that the flame cannot be held by any torch. Depart for the keep at once. Garrus's airship, it should not take long. What can you use to bring the Sunfire back? I mean, I was directly told to just go to the keep. Is it just gonna be there's some like mechanism I had to touch and I'm just being dumb? Excuse me, I'm sorry, could you? Thank you. I just had to get out. I know you're busy walking back and forth. Maybe we can find Gordon somewhere and Gordon has information. Maybe Gordon's already at the keep, I don't know. Minwu have any clues for us? He seems wise. He does seem wise. I would trust Minwu with being on my team for like trivia night, for sure. I actually think that might be a cheat code at that point, but I would still go for it. King's illness goes far beyond the physical. There's little I can do. How do you feel about Sunfire? Every 3 years, oh my gosh, I didn't talk to Minwu. Every 3 years, they celebrate a festival of the flame in Kashuan. During the festival, the Sunfire is moved to Eagle's torch while the brazier is cleaned. Okay, Kashuan has to be a different place than Kashuan Keep. There's no chance it's not. I must have just missed it. There's no chance, because they're very clearly saying Kashuan is a place. Like, I get it. Obviously, Kashuan's a place, but it just has to be that Kashuan is not Kashuan Keep. I don't think they're the same building. I'm feeling more confident about that the more that they say things. Let me read this one more time really quick. I'm pretty confident. The crest of the kingdom of Kashuan burns on the ground floor of Kashuan Keep. Sunfire, Kashuan Keep. But they refer to Kashuan separately. Yeah, I don't know about Eagle's Torch. My guess is that Kashuan is a separate place to Kashuan Keep. And that the torch is there. And I just couldn't find it. Maybe. I hope. If not, we're back at ground zero again. But it's fine, because we're getting warp levels and teleport levels. There we go. Throw a hornet in the mix of the goblins. Guy is getting so profoundly good at spearing, it's kind of alarming. But that's our guy. It's kind of a profound amount of damage. And like the other two are just like, here, check this out. And going for like the teleport trick shot. Or the warp trick shot. And Guy's just like, alright, I'll just actually get the kills. Okay, well let's take the boat up there then. And I'm gonna look around. I don't have a profound amount of time left, but I'm gonna take advantage of the time I do have, because I still have some. I'm gonna have to wrap up sometime in the near future. Okay, how's our stats looking? Should we heal here? We certainly should. Alright, let's quickly heal up. 204 gil, my goodness. Is that getting more expensive? That'd be so rude if so. I mean, they did get attacked again, so I can't be that mean about it. It's a little bit expensive. It says Kashuan though, and it drops us right at the keep. Heck. My confidence just completely plummeted. I don't know, because like, if there is a separate Kashuan, right, like a city underneath it, and I just didn't see it, maybe south or west because we didn't look there, then we're in business. But if there's not, I'm being dumb. But also, maybe learning about the torch was enough for us to get progress in there? I don't know. Alright, let's just end it. Haven't the fuzziest. Haven't the fuzziest, but we'll go explore a bit. Whoa, is the airship like really high? Maybe that's normal height. I feel like it's normally on screen. You're on the right track? I appreciate it. That's all I need. I'm fired up now. I feel like we haven't landed a warp in like a few months. Me saying that could be kind of misleading. Maybe the issue is we don't have the shadow bug. What is that? Oh. I found a chocobo. Hey, everything's fine now. I don't mind anymore. We can now explore in peace, apparently. I don't know if there's more in that forest. You should probably go back to it. I don't know if there's a limit to my chocobo. I'm just so happy to see a chocobo right now. Absolutely a cat jam moment. Hey, at least we can explore. There's no downside. We're going really quick. Can you go in water? No, that's okay. Look at our happy little bird. Oh, I love it. Okay, there's literally nothing on this entire continent, actually. I was expecting, like, a town somewhere. But there's literally nothing. Okay, now I'm on the other side of the world. Maybe I chocoboed too close to the sun. Quit. But maybe not. Look, I'm just having fun walking around with the chocobo at this point. The world is round. I am as shocked as you are, Flip. I'm so glad we found the chocobo. Maybe it is far away then. Like, if they're giving us the chocobo now, surely that means we need to travel somewhere. We reach the keep, it's locked. Our adventurers find a trusty bird. If you like a hint, the game has kind of subtly told you how to progress. Hit me with the hint. I'll take it. I'll accept it. Can we return to the Chocobo Forest? Oh, I can make the map bigger too. Why does not disembark, by the way? Like, it's certainly... Oh, okay. That's not why, but that's okay. Let's go poke through the Chocobo Forest once more. Heck. I think there might be something up there. I wonder what the game said, though. It was about her father feeling better? No, you gotta be kidding me. I'm walking back there. I can't afford another airship. Like, literally the last time we spoke. Okay, literally the last time we spoke. Before this, she was like, well, he's dying. There's nothing can be done. Minwoo was like, he's dying. There's nothing we could do. And then Minwu was like, yeah, he's feeling a little bit better at least. So I was like, all right, you know, they ease his suffering. Cool. Good. Vibey. I'm glad. That's a good thing, right? I didn't know he was like, good. This chocobo goes crazy though. No, my chocobo can't cross water. Okay, we can go around. It's fine. I thought he was like, I thought by the time we came back, they're gonna be like, the king is no more, and I'd be like, oh, 07, that's so sad. But turns out the king is really resilient. Good for the king. Thanks, little chocobo. I love that thing so much. Heck. I was right next to the king too and then walked away. Okay, we need to exercise our talk to everyone with a name mindset a lot more. Hello, king. 20 pairs stored in deck, perfect for return to the Empire. But what about, oh yeah, because you were being a bummer. How about Sunfire? Scott sealed the gates. I knew it'd be Scott. Kashuan keep to protect Sunfire in the event they were defeated in battle. You need the Goddess's Bell. What's the Goddess's Bell? Whereabouts Bell are known only to the Kashuan royal family? How about you? Gordon would know where the bell is kept, but I've not seen him lately. Someone close to Scott may know where to find it. Okay, well, Hilda was close to Scott, if nothing else. I assume, since Scott's dying wishes were like, tell her that I love her. And then he was like, don't do that. First, Scott and Gordon mentioned the bell. The gates of Kashuan keep only open to the voice of a Kashuan or ringing that bell. The bell rests deep within the cavern of the snow plains. It's not easy to retrieve. That's your intention to enter the snow cavern? Very well. If only Gordon were here, there'd be no need for you to risk such a danger, but he isn't, so you must. Nothing I can do but pray for success. Yosef knows the snow plains like the back of his hand. You should seek his counsel. Yosef is in not this town. I didn't realize you could change who you walk around at, so I was probably doing it accidentally. That got Firion looks so we're gonna walk around as Firion. At least for now. Yosef is in a town, and that's all I need to know. I'm going to put this goblin in the goblin dimension, and there's nothing you can do about it. Thank you for attending my goblin show. It is now in the goblin dimension. I remember very specifically that where Yosef was, there was someone outside that was like, I don't want to be a bother to Yosef, so is Yosef in the third town? Oh, it's in Pomp already. Yosef was in the town where everyone was kidnapped except Yosef. So Yosef is in the third town, which means we do need to hoof it over there. But we will collect some leg eaters as well. So it is kind of a win-win if you think about it. I like that when we warp them, their pockets still drop their like lunch money. Oh my god, free goblins. Yoink. You just went to Yosef and the Keep too early. See, I was just excited about it. That was all. It's called being tenacious. And zealous. Or underzealous. Or perhaps maybe that was overzealous that time. Please don't bow on me. Imagine we have Warp 5 though. There will be no consequences of spending all of our time training teleport and warp. I wonder how much slower our battles are. Like, imagine if all this time, instead of doing that, we were doing like black magic of some kind. The fights would be so quick. Surely you will not need a different spell or attack. That's what I'm thinking, but all we do need is a bunch of goblins. In the gob zone. I mean, how else are we going to eventually populate Goblin Pin, the port city? Look, Hilda just gave me some, like, urgency. She was like, go to Kashwan, it's important to go there right now, set off immediately. I was like, okay, yes ma'am, we'll do it. We're probably like so over leveled now. Okay, so the next town. How much gil do I have? I'm kind of rolling in it right now. You don't think? Everything else to say to you? Okay, no, you're just like Goddess's Bell question mark? That was not Salamand. Is that Basque? Surely that's Basque. That must have been what it was. I think that's what it was. Yeah. That's where they're making the Dreadnought. I remember. Look, there's a lot of names they threw at me at once. Was it Summit? Oh, no. Alright, Summit Falls. There's no way he's over in Summit Falls. Maybe we saw him in Summit Falls initially? I hope. Maybe. Okay, the airship, I think, is actually spawning higher in the air each time because we don't see it. Yeah, it just flies away. That's a very funny bug that the airship is just getting higher and higher up so you can't see it anymore. I really like that. Heck. Okay, it was... no? Was it here? Oh my god, this isn't the town I thought it was. It was Salamand. Was it? No. Yes, it was Salamand. It was 100% Salamand. Alright, I remember now. No, was it Salamand though? That doesn't make any sense. No, it does, because they were in Salamand and that's where the people were working. Alright, we need to take one more little walk over. It's fine. We're pretty close this time. Did I go to literally every town possible? Yes. No further questions. They never built for a way for it to come down? That's a real risky thing. That's why you don't mess with Sunfire. We learned that the hard way. Heck. Our, like, basic attacks are gonna be so not adept compared to Gaia's. Like, Gaia is hitting so much damage. And we're training literally nothing but, like, a small chance to auto-kill an enemy. It's a little bit silly, but it is fun. Wait, was this the right town? I didn't think it was the snowy town, though. That's why I was so confident it was the other one. If I'm wrong again... Okay, no, this was totally the town. This was the town, because you were like, I love Joseph, but I would just get in his way, which is like... Girl, just say something, you'll be fine. Looks like you managed to save my daughter, thank you. Right. How do you feel about Goddess's Bell? Does that awaken you, sleeper agent? Let me reach the snow caverns on my snowcraft. I keep the snowcraft hidden in the mine. There's a blue stone on the first floor that marks the spot. Look by the stone and to the right. The secret room's in there, the snowcraft is inside. Sorry I couldn't help you find the mithril, so I want to make up by pitching it now. What are you waiting for? Let's go. Yosef party member was not on my bingo card. Huh? Yosef has like no magic, extremely high accuracy, and a couple fists to swing. Alright, you know what? That's a good place for me to stop because I am running out of time. We're about to go get it. Hopefully it'll be quick. Yosef's probably just going to punch the rock, I would expect, and that's how we get through. But we're going to wrap up here for now. This was good. Final Fantasy 2 has been really, really fun so far. Sorry again, it's a shorter stream. I started pretty late today, but I tried to stream a little bit later to compensate, but I still know it's still kind of short. Either way, hopefully you had a fun time. I had a fun time. Monday we'll do probably Factorio again. We'll play it by ear, but I'm gone for the weekend, so have a great weekend. I'll be on the Discord if you want to chat. !Discord if you're not on there and want to be on there. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.